2 weeks left here in the LCK Cup. All 6 teams still alive here in the playoffs, but we're going to eliminate one by the end of the day. Welcome everyone, Degon here alongside Wolf and Wadid to break down 2 more weeks of LCK Cup, y'all.
Very exciting stuff. We're going to find out who else is going to Hong Kong. The lower bracket is definitely where I have my focus. I'm excited to see if T1 will bounce back later on this week. And who's going to face them, right? Because we got DNS versus DRX. The winner plays against D+. DRX already almost beat D+, so they could do it again if they win today. Then there's that matchup against T1. Of course, we're going to also find out who goes directly to the finals on Saturday in that upper bracket round 3 match.
So when it comes to lower bracket, it's do or die situation for every single team. And I feel like even though they lost the game and that's why they're in the lower bracket, I feel like they have some kind of momentum in themselves because we see DNS playing good, we see DRX playing good as well. Also DK, I think they all have some good momentum except Faker. I mean, the T1.
Yeah, again, T1, that was the big shock there, the loss to BNK FearX, which is that exciting upper side of the bracket. Gen G and BNK FearX already going to be in Hong Kong no matter what. They will finish top 3, no less than that. But again, we'll see who will be joining them in just a bit, which leads us to a thing that we brought up at the beginning of the playoffs, which was our top 3 predictions, and our global desk bet Coffee.
Looking great on Gen G. Looking great on Gen G. We got that one right. We did.
Well, just saying, you see the order as well.
Oh, no.
I predicted T1 to win LCK Cup, by the way. And they're not guaranteed to go to Hong Kong right now. So I'm really concerned about this is the coffee bet, but also, I don't know. Like,
don't worry. The coffee bet can be voided if D+ win against whoever wins today and then beat T1 and go to Hong Kong. Then both teams go.
I
a lot of ifs.
So if I have to choose between T1 and DK, I mean, I prefer T1 to have a better gamers, like better gamings, you know. But
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just rough.
Again, Wadid and Wolf have to buy coffee for everyone on the production side for the Korean broadcast. So Wadid clearly doesn't care about how much that's going to cost. As we
and the talent, of course.
And the talent.
Deskers, everybody.
Yeah, just a little fun game between us. As we take a look at how things shook up in terms of some champs that had a lot of priority, it's the champs with global ultimates. They've done pretty well here.
So I think that's because of the downtime between the 3rd rake and the 4th rake, because I think after the Atakan is gone, there's nothing much to do because you cannot do the Nashor even though you're really far ahead. So that's why the global ulti champions making so many priority in the draft, because you can actually do something on the side lanes.
Yeah, I mean, the main target for these 2 picks of Pantheon and Nocturne specifically has often been the AD carry with no mid-outer turret, trying to farm through that lull state right in the middle of the game, where the Rise has been incredibly impactful for other reasons outside of his global power. Notice Talia doesn't make this list, even though she has a global ultimate to impact size. We're just not seeing the performances required, and she's a little bit too slow right now to, I think, match the rotations of the Pantheon and the Nocturne, so she's not actually making
Tell me that you missed me. Say it.
If you look at these numbers here,
Say,
Pantheon
oh
3
my
and
God,
0,
Sally.
for the Nocturne. Rise
Sally.
undefeated at 4 and 0.
I
These champions,
miss
I think,
you.
may even
Say
need
it.
to be pushed up to first ban phase,
Say
especially going into game 2 and beyond.
All right, well, what did you guys think of last week's kind of action? And we'll start with you.
So yeah, for me, I have a big concern about the Gen G and T1 right now, because whenever we think about the teams,
Then are you 70 yet? No, not yet,
DNS,
not yet.
DRX, like DK, they all have.
Not yet.
They figured out what.
I'm
they
not gonna
wanna
lie, I
do
did
in
miss
game,
you.
and,
Okay.
we see them like
Okay.
the game as well. But for Gen G and T1, maybe they're just too comfortable at the top, so they're.
I feel so
not
bad, but
really
now I have to run the ad chat,
but also,
buffer
I think
them up, you know the drill.
begins with their draft as well. Like, so in some games, they had literally no chance from the
How
draft,
was the
and
vape?
that makes really hard for the players to figure out what's
Yo,
happening.
Connor!
And I thought it's a more big shocking from T1. They
Connor!
actually got stoned by being no
Hey, Connor, thank you
excuses,
for the
right?
raid. Thank you for the
the
raid.
in-game play, the
Much
draft,
love, Connor. Much
everything
love.
was kind of like gapped in that series. So I feel
Thank
like
you, thank you,
they
thank you, thank you,
kinda
thank you.
have to figure out what they want to do in the
Yo, we gotta get on the
Mention that because
Pokemon
I
soon.
wanna
We
talk
gotta get on the
about BNK's
Pokemon.
drafting and how they thought outside of the box.
We've
They
gotta
did
get
not
on the
find
Pokemon
themselves
soon.
constrained by what we could
We
see.
gotta link our
In this
souls
draft
together.
here, they have the winning bottom lane, right? In the Seraphine and the Ash.
Or,
They
Connor,
one lane
you
no
could
matter
come play
what,
WoW.
but they're able to deal with the cannon here
I
by
play
flexing the Ryze to
WoW.
the top lane. They pulled out the Maokai, which we haven't seen at all here in LCK Cup, which completely shuts down every other solid aspect of the T1 draft. This is really creative. It was bold. Vikla calls it out. They make that swap into the
Have you
top
seen the
side.
NLC
And then
news?
going into the fourth and final game of the
Yeah.
series where they closed it out, Lucian is left open. A big
Will
mistake
something
by
happen to
T1
NLC?
Every other game in the series, they
Smiley
think they have
face.
the answer to it. They pull out Lucian Milio and they dominate the game playing
Dun,
through
dun,
Diablo.
dun,
I
dun,
think being
dun,
willing
dun.
to even put Vikla on his 5th career game ever of TF to empower this composition, those types of risky choices is what we're not seeing from a lot of our top teams right now.
Voice
you really need to be able
comms
to know,
news? What?
A, you can think outside the box of what we consider the constraints of the meta, and B, to have the confidence to be able to play these compositions, know your team identity. Don't play like Gen G if you're not Gen G. You can't win with any draft.
Don't
You can't
play
win with any
like Gen
standard
G
draft.
if you're not
Play
Gen
to
G.
your win
Facts.
conditions. That's what I think we need to see these lower bracket teams start to adopt.
So I have 2 points on top of your points. First, I think on-stage experience is completely different. For example, when I had my experience, I had a Rek'Sai jungle being on the meta.
Will we
and
see you in
Gragas.
Deadlock?
In skills,
You know,
Rek'Sai wins most
I've been
of the
thinking
time,
about hitting up
but
some
on
Deadlock.
stage, Gragas won
I've
most
been
of the
thinking
game.
about
So
it.
I feel like you kind of need to figure out what champion is really good
Wait.
on stage. And
Chat, that
also,
Deadlock game,
to figure out
it's not finished yet, right? That Deadlock game? When's it gonna be finished?
confident enough to pull that
Oh,
off,
OME
because
guy's playing it right now.
You mentioned that the Vikla actually like brought up the idea about the matchup in the laning.
Is that
and
Graves?
We normally like blame the coaching staff for like not doing the draft correctly, but actually the responsibility is on players, and now we see like Vikla
2030. What is that? Is that a Graves champ?
Terrorist, like I said. I mean, are you listening or not?
Wait, what is this? What is this?
I'm just watching enemy just comp.
Yeah?
Enemy are mid and top cannon. Top cannon Ryze good.
Oh
So
yeah.
I said, oh, this game Yone good. Enemy Ryze good. Cannon win.
Oh,
win.
man. It's a big
Viklamont.
That's right. Again, Vikla was the one that called it, and he got to tell us here in the space in the post-game interview. And it just shows what confidence does, which is what both these teams that are playing today need. The DN Automotive Supers and, of course, DRX.
Doc
They've
Dam and
had such
Peter.
high highs when it looks like they're having fun. When
Doc
it
Dam
looks
and
like they're
Peter.
comfortable finding
Do you know about the
success.
fiasco on
Doc Dam
Tuesday in the
Peter,
LEC
they
stream?
knocked
No, I
out
do not know
KT.
about no fiasco.
They're just getting
Fiasco.
every single target to the
No, I
top
don't
lane.
know.
And also Reach. He gapped the top lane.
Were you
as
guys
well.
being
We
mentally ill in the
normally
LEC
don't
chat or
see
what?
those, we couldn't
Was
see
everyone
those
rage
plays
baiting the
from
shit
Reach,
out of like
but
LEC
he
chat
pulled it
viewers?
off, and that's why they're here.
I'm concerned that I think Gio has had more
Jesus.
consistent performances than Duckdom has had
Riot.
individually.
What is this?
And Andal versus Peter is kind of a toss-up, right? You also
What is this? Sorry, that was loud.
Is finally adding full team voice chat
Riot
to League,
has
and this might
actually
either save the
added
game
team
or
voice
turn it
chat
into the
to
most toxic experience
PvE.
we've ever seen, especially if you're a jungler or a woman or, God forbid, a woman jungler. This is an actual voice chat with all your random teammates, not just with your friends in the party with League Voice. The
Wait.
settings are already live on PvE. You can enable team voice chat, choose push to talk or voice activation, test your microphone.
It's finally happening.
going to be a really exciting top matchup for me.
All right, well, before we dive into predictions,
It's
and
finally
specifically
happening.
what's going to happen in this DNS DRX series, it's time, everyone, for Dgon's
Wait,
Fact.
this is perfect having it.
That's right. We have our competitors that you know.
You know why? Because when Sally does his challenger climb run and I play my bard, I will micromanage the whole team.
To the camera.
Hashtag not scared Dgon's fact of the week. You can't scare me with this, Dgon. You've thrown so many at me. Why would I be nervous?
Because you should know this one. And on the opposite side, he's always fun. He's quite the racket because he plays tennis.
Crowny
with
stream
Marvel.
is Crowny stream is gonna be like demon hours if
Let's
voice
go,
chat exists.
Carlos.
All right, let's get into this week's fact, which is about last week and also last year, right? Last week's big story was the big upset from BNK Fear-X over T1.
Based on seeding,
So
how
I
many
wanted to
lower
know
seed
if you
teams
guys-
defeated the
Based
higher
on
seed
seeding, how
teams in
many lower
LCK
seed
2025
teams defeated
playoffs
higher
last year?
seed teams in last year's LCK Cup 2025 playoff?
LCK Cup
think,
2025 playoffs.
Hanwha was the higher seed, actually.
I don't
Maybe
remember, bro.
T1, if I'm
2?
not mistaken. And I do remember us talking about this. I want to say 0, to be honest. I think none of them did. That's my gut reaction, that 0 of them did.
Same. I was thinking about the 0 as well.
That's crazy, guys.
Well, except, I mean, in the finals...
What is this?
It's 6 times, guys.
What?
Remember, Hanwha
6 times?
was the lowest seed in the playoffs. They were the lower seed. Do we have the stats there for you? I think we had it. So
6
every
times?
win
How?
that Hanwha had was an upset. They were the 5th seed to the 4th seed.
Really?
Okay, I was thinking from
all
their
the wins
seed in
from
terms of the group battle because they were LCK champions, so that threw me off. So that's why I was thinking
DK, lol, DK, lol.
Crazy story.
Shut up.
Gen G was like undefeated, untouched.
I do remember all the game 5s.
Shut
I
up.
remember Zeka,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
Soldier game
Super
5.
Soldier
Shut up.
story is there. So the reason we bring that up is because that's the thing that we love about playoffs. Any team can get hot at the right time.
Chad, did you have fun in the LEC?
Also,
Was it
some
fun?
weird
Did you
seeding.
miss me?
Who knows what will happen here? As here's our predictions for today's match. It's DNS and DRX.
You didn't miss me?
3-2,
Why not?
3-2, 3-0 by Wadid.
Why not?
We'll get to him in just a bit, but we have comments on what we think are going to happen. And for me, I can't let go of the fact of how much the DN Automotive Supers.
Your viewers are
formerly known
horrible.
as the
Bro,
Freaks,
if this
have
chat goes into a
and
different
I feel
chat, they're
like
mentally
each
ill. They're
loss,
either rage baiting the
each
shit out of
missed
everyone,
call,
saying some
Elder
dumb
Dragon
shit to fucking
feel
trigger
into base
people,
push,
or
into
they're
losing.
spamming
They're
something.
getting closer and closer to learning how to win.
It's
Each
like they
loss
need to
is
stay in this fucking
closer
cage of this
to
chat
how to
stream,
win
otherwise
for
it's just
DNS. See, closers on
they're just
All right.
Wolf, your turn.
they're not
bring it
ready
up
for
to
other
numbers
chats. You know what I'm
because
saying? Like,
Just trust
it's
you and
bad.
family, okay?
Please, what do you mean?
Rich always means right,
Yes.
okay? Andil is
The hate
hardest working
watchers
support
take off their
in
filters.
LCK.
Yep.
Gotta trust in it. Yukal, he's the funny guy. Family. Everyone's down, hard times, everybody's down. Yukal's gonna put a smile on your face. You gotta trust Yu's family. You gotta trust this AD carry is gonna be set up for success. And
Was the whole
scale
chat spamming
into
where's
the late
Caedrel?
game. I think
Oh.
Jiu is gonna have the stronger champion pool and the stronger power in this series, even though he's up against world finalist Duckdom.
Well,
Dun 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 dun.
well, I'm sorry, Olaf,
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
don't
dun.
trust family work.
Chat, we're gonna do a Kara Hazahan raid soon
DNS, 'cause
in
I think
WoW
all lane is
on
gapped.
stream
I feel like,
with the guild.
Just in general, like you
And
can't
I
mix up
will
top,
lead
you
the
don't
guild
mid,
in the
and
raid.
also the bot lane. I think DRX, they had some lucky days, or just prove me wrong. I feel like DNS will just stomp them in 3-0.
All right, well, there you have it, our predictions and the reasons behind them. Was it a lucky day, or will it be DRX's day? We will find out.
I
We
will
have it
lead the
all
raid.
broken down here after game 1 here in the space. DRX versus DNS. We'll see you after game number 1.
I know the boss is like the back of my hand. First boss is Baron. Baron, you have to do some shit to him, and then you have to tank his horse, and then you have to like hit his horse, and then you have to kill him or some shit. It's something like that. Bum bum. Dee-dee. You ever played RuneScape? Yes, I have. I got stuck on the fishing one. Chat, there's another massive patch that just got released by Riot Games. I'm surprised Riot hasn't said anything about we're gonna release voice comms. They just kind of put it on the PvE and then everyone's like, what the fuck? But I feel like I've heard the voice comms are coming for years. But now it's actually happening. The end Supas. Bro, the voice comms are gonna be a complete train wreck. Complete train wreck. Riot's ticketing count is gonna go up by 50 billion.
I'm joined by Orcs for the AA cast, and we're here at the beautiful Chijijik Lol Park, getting ready for this best of 5. We are
It's
in
gonna be
the lower bracket.
it's
Wolf
gonna
and I were
be
talking about backs being against walls.
Yeah.
We were talking about entering.
Do you know what
set
they should
walls,
make?
needing
Oh
to
my
deploy
god.
a guy in order to
Now,
get
I'm not a
walls,
programmer, but what you should do is you should make the voice comms, okay? They should be... Okay, how do I describe this in words? But it's crazy smart. Listen to this idea, okay? When you speak into your mic, the voice comms system picks up words that are important for your teammates to hear, and it beeps or removes words that can be toxic or unnecessary. So the word fuck should not be transmitted. So if you say, he's on my fucking tower, he's gonna dive me, you stupid fuck, it cuts out the unnecessary. So your teammate hears, he's gonna dive me. You know what I'm saying?
Different teams as well over that period of time as well as
That could work.
It was definitely the DN freaks at least, unless they were back to being a freaker before.
Or if you scream like, my jungler's so dog shit, what the fuck are you doing? It filters it to say, please try harder.
I think Rich, in my mind, has been
Think about it.
almost a little bit more as far as the uptick is concerned. We know that it's the year of Dudu, but I think Rich has really been outperforming what we expected of him this year.
I feel like Dudu's just that series that they had. It just all came down to Dudu just really 1v9ing. So, you know, I think it's going to make an interesting matchup because I think Rich has obviously stepped up massively, but to me, Dudu has been the best player for this DNS lineup so far.
Yeah.
And I'm just hyped to see them go head-to-head.
Me too. And I kind of want to call out with Did just a little bit. He mentioned all lane gap. How can you have like a gap in the jungle when we don't know what side of the coin Pyoshik has thrown yet?
That's true.
It's kind of impossible. It's always a 50-50.
What's your prediction?
Look at the predictions here. As we have
DNS
a bit of an
3-1.
idea, but a lot of DNS focus. Only Wolf and I over our side believing in DRX, and Pony and Helios on the other side have come through on that one as Jonas Strong alongside with Did the 2-3-0 predictors. And of course, Jonas Strong is well known for his 3-0 predictions. I just don't see it. I don't see it today. I think that we're going like all the way or to 4.
Yeah,
that's where I'm thinking.
I definitely agree with that. You know, I think this one was a
Why is this series important, Caedrel? Please tell me. Well, if you lose this series, your split ends. It ends until April.
Obviously had a great performance.
It's over.
T1, so transitive properties, that's what people are going up, and obviously those don't always stand, right? Which is why, completely understandable, people go in the other direction, but I think that's the logic most to follow when they are putting position here.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting because I think matchups between the teams specifically is probably what we should be focusing on because each team matches up very differently to one another. And I do really like transitive properties because it allows us to come up with very weird theories as to what's going to happen. Like, it looks like BNK FearX are the second best team in the league right now. And that's really cool based on transitive properties. We don't know whether that necessarily is correct. We'll have to find out as we move further on in the tournament. But players have made their way out here into LoL Park, and we'll see exactly who's got out on the right side of the bed here today. One of the reasons why I predicted DRX, by the way, is Joker. I just feel like this team is so good at recognizing mistakes and weaknesses and correcting the next time around. And Joker
Did you get a hair? No, I didn't get a hair transplant. I didn't. It just grew. It's like a plant.
That's very, very cool. Supporting and just hanging out.
Chad, you know what song I listened to a lot yesterday?
Very, very cool stuff.
This is just a tribute. Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No. Bro, that song is so good. What a great song.
I think the support matchup is one, you know,
Sponsored by Porsche.
Current form, DRX actually having a big edge. I think
too.
Andel's been in phenomenal form.
Porsche.
His bard has been excellent, but also leading on other picks. We've seen.
Oh, his Nautilus, man. His magnetic anchors.
Yeah. So.
Sponsored by Soup.
About the importance of bot lane in their current meta. Winning bot, having priority, getting your price online sooner. Just the gold you get, cheating the economy.
Yeah.
As an AD
Ramadan.
right
Mubarak, did it start today?
If you can just enable your AD carry early, that's an investment you definitely want to be able to get online.
I really do like the economic vibe that you've got going on here. It
started yesterday.
The whole thing, and I really enjoyed it.
Aid Mubarak, homies.
Yeah, I actually think that the bottom lane
Aid
is kind
Mubarak.
of DRX favored.
Why is he clapping while closing his eyes? Is he like...
Dr. and Peter are, you know, world's finalists from last year, but I don't think we've necessarily seen them dominate all that often. It's not consistent. Is my problem.
Last
not
year,
Aid. Wait, what is it then?
Really
what is it?
I mean, we know he's elite.
What do you say?
But in the most recent series, it was not it.
Did you say Ramadan Mubarak?
I think there was some definite flubs, and I think that's the thing. We need some more consistency.
8 is in 1 month. All right.
I think obviously Dr. and Peter.
Oh, this is the one where you're. Wait,
we know what they are capable of, but they just
what level are you in WoW?
Consistently demonstrating that.
I'm leveling, bro. I'm
so
leveling.
Far in the LCK Cup. Yeah. And there's been
it's for 30 days and then it's Aid.
Hopefully they bring out the good today because they're going to need to with who they're up against.
Yeah,
Aid is when you can eat everything, right?
With Dr. and Peter
Wait.
Is
Ramadan Mubarak is when you have to fast when the sun is up. And then Aid Mubarak is when you can
just hard carry.
Eat everything, right?
You don't really know what you're going to get. We are starting to look what we're going to get out of this guy, though. Jiu really has started to live up to the expectation that we had, like, what, 2 years ago.
Why are you saying Aid? What do you mean Aid? Isn't it Aid? How do you say it?
Actually pick up the hyper carries and win games. And it's really impressive. They managed to take 2 games off a DK that slaughtered them in the previous series. The progression and the improvement is tangible.
And ill.
And it's huge because it's a meta where you have so much invested in your AD carry, you need them to be reliable. And I think so much of the rough points last year was you were just making these mistakes where you were just kind of like, what are you doing?
Oh my god, is that Vegeta?
More reliable now.
Holy.
And,
looks like Martian Vegeta.
Channeling some energy right now.
I was going to say, like, we are well and truly Super Saiyan. That's got to be like Super Saiyan 2 at least in that particular drawing. And I think that is what DRX is going to be looking for.
Head coach Odin.
We saw these 2 teams, DNS were able to pick up the win. It was
that was not Goku.
Yeah.
That looked like Vegeta.
They almost lost with an
not gonna lie.
Lead, all that sort of stuff, rushing the base, all that sort of business, and it was kind of insane. That was a really long time ago.
That was not Kakarot.
Having a look at where these 2 teams have ended up since then. Yes, DNS have stepped it up, but DRX I think have as well, and I would say probably a little
Oh
bit.
my god, it's true. That drawing is from You Hit My Bulma. It's that one. It's gotta be right, surely.
Every single time we know that when he does that, he tends to go on a roll and then wins worlds. So that could be a thing that could happen here today, or at least the beginning of it.
Why dotting? Chat, anyone who dots just is not a Dragon Ball enjoyer.
No one's heading to Brazil just
Yo,
yet.
go watch the fucking film, idiot.
Yeah.
Or the TV series. I think it's the same in both, isn't it?
But I think game by game, it's going to be hard to scope out exactly.
Bro, there's 2 bards in the LEC in LCK where bards band 1, 2, 3 against them, and it's Keria and Andil.
So they get a little bit more space to be targeted. Taking away Andil's bard, I think, is a great call. Yunara away from Jiwoo as well.
Very targeted bans here.
Yeah.
What's the prediction? I already said DNS 3-1.
I expect a Rumble ban to come through from DRX. Nothing surprising in that regard. And then the question comes down to those mid laners, because especially if you're going Nico ban as well, which makes sense, right? Nico's been a great pick, but also Peter specifically has been phenomenal on it. Starts to make you wonder about mid laners. So do the DN Supers now look to ban one of those? Potentially look to try and
Varus, Nico.
Try and get
Bard, Yunara. Everything's open. Everything.
I think ban Orianna. And then force a Rumble ban, because that's probably still going to be necessary, and then you get Azir without having to worry about Orianna.
Forcing the Orianna ban.
Take away the Nocturne to make the Orianna less scary.
Yo, both these tops have been pretty solid.
Closer clearly wants to play Azir, and Yukao clearly wants to play Orianna. That's how it feels in my mind. The problem is, Jarvan is still there, so it could still be picked alongside a pretty decent ball carrier as far as the
a pretty
Orianna
decent ball carrier.
And they did
Corki ban.
So I guess that's
what?
The first pick instead.
Yep. So
now that confuses the fuck out of me. So they're giving Rumble.
I think the Nocturne obviously
then they can take their choice of Orianna Azir.
DRX can't take Orianna Nocturne.
They can take Vi or Ambessa
on the second pick side.
What is it? Ambessa, Oriana, Cassante? Ambessa, Oriana, Ornn. Ambessa, Oriana, Ornn sounds kind of nice. Or you could do Ambessa, Ornn, Ambessa, Ornn, and then Akali. But no, I don't like it.
I actually quite like Rich.
Just go Ambessa, Oriana.
I feel like he's done relatively well, and we've seen that. I mean, Ornn's picked up solo kills against Rumbles towards the top side of the map, and that was against
this Ornn answer into Rumble is so much better than Caedrel. There's going Azir with Ambessa. Why? Why? Why don't they just go Oriana, Ornn?
Instead of the Oriana.
Make it make sense.
Public execution into the backline on the Ambessa and deliver a ball that way could be a kind of cool way to make things happen. But instead, the Pigeon going to be locked in, and that will allow the Pantheon to go to Pioshik. Oh my goodness, and then there's the Oriana.
Oh, I think DNS is cooking.
This exact lineup of
DNS
picks,
is cooking.
I think it was B&K that picked it into T1 and demolished with it.
Yeah, the Pantheon Oriana, it's not quite Nocturne Oriana, but it does a pretty good job of setting up the ball. You can dive in super aggressively.
Now what? You pick the Ornn, but...
And then just the shockwave to follow. This is a really strong top side for the DN Supers.
Maybe their logic is if they play against... if they take away Azir and force him on Oriana, they're playing Oriana Rumble, which are two champs which Ornn can deal with. But if they have Azir, Ornn dies faster. Is that why they did this?
Generally, just looking to scale up to that Koenig Rukain, then you can just survive the matchup, hit that late game scaling.
No, probably not.
Definitely feels like DRX are going to be on the back foot on the top side in terms of that early pressure and looking just to try and survive a little bit until the later stages. And we do start seeing
OCE voice chat. OCE voice chat is going to be pretty chill. OCE voice chat. Yeah, I mean OCE voice chat will be pretty chill because they're all being queued. They won't even be able to talk to each other.
There is certainly a lot of dive. Pantheon Kai'Sa does work quite well together. And so getting rid of that one to not allow Docdom to play.
Lucian Kai'Sa.
Out of DRX is a lot
Severe.
Of in the bottom lane.
Oh my god. Ezreal is great for DRX.
I want to see lane dominance because elsewhere we are scaling all over the place. And we saw it didn't work when I keep going back to the last series. But T1 tried an Azir on composition.
SCA will be a voice chat, will be a war.
It didn't quite work out, and this is, I think it might have been.
I like Ezreal for DRX. They've banned for it pretty well.
Been that game where they played the Rumble Pantheon Oriana, and it just started to do things a little bit faster. As Poppy going to be taken away here, let's see what Gio is going to be locking in. I wouldn't mind something like a Kalista, you know? But there is still a lot on the table. Maybe it could be dangerous.
What do you play into Ezreal?
So risky, because if you go Kalista, they can just go Ashe Seraphine.
That's a good point.
And the thing is, if you go Ashe intending to go Ashe Seraphine, do they just go something, maybe like a Blitzcrank? That's a huge threat in this situation. They're going to go Ezreal, go something safe. That obviously can have that mid-game pressure.
Oh, yeah, Jhin Alistar
Jhin fits with the DN Super's composition.
goes against Ezreal Rakan. I don't really like the way DNS have cooked this bot lane if they're going to play Jhin Alistar.
You are looking to sort of spike in the mid-game, and it'll definitely be able to follow up an ults there. As long as the Ornn doesn't.
You say Jhin into Ornn, but it's a lull, but it's not that lull.
In general, so.
Yep. I think DRX
because he has Rumble Oriana on his team, right?
Makes all that much more sense. As I think they were just aiming for that from the beginning. As Jhin Alistar.
Chat, I'm not ads if you're not ads in the 225 minutes. Stop shut on 1 for the game. That's big kiss.
Let's see what Andal wants to do.
They're gonna pick Rakan probably on 5.
What?
Why? Why Nautilus? Put the Rakan in the bag, Andal.
Still looking kind of okay. Up against the Jhin Alistar, and so he can go towards the champion that he's been really dominating on. And I really like to see it. Andal just hopping out on the best foot forward straight away.
Yeah, I think getting comfort for him in this situation, but I think honestly TN Super is having Rumble Pantheon such a strong top jungle, the Oriana as well, linking with that. And it feels like they just picked the Jhin Alistar just to kind of have, you know, the Alistar for the setup, the Jhin for the follow-up. Feels like they kind of got everything they wanted in this game one.
I would agree. And I think even if they picked, you know, Teemo Zillion in the bottom lane, it would have still been fine because that top side is just so incredibly powerful. I feel like, you know,
have you not been logging on to retail? No.
Use that as an example of a bad bottom lane, but stuff with Teemo is just generally not going to work out.
I think Teemo Zillion doesn't sound too convincing.
It doesn't sound too good. I just feel like
you can speed him up and just blind people.
Yeah,
you know?
See?
He can run around
really be able to guarantee the blind. Is this Calyx? here on the DRX side, I'm pretty sure. So I think we are there as well. As Bulldog, of course, formerly of the DN Supers, or I guess the DN Freaks, back in his day.
Is retail boring? No, it's not boring.
So let's see.
When midnight comes out, it's gonna bang.
Over on the side of DRX,
was it Bulldog in the crowd?
With that awe-inspiring top side of the map, and then some pretty solid bottom lane.
People are already 2K rated in Arena. Scheiße. I wonder how high elo people are gonna get in World of Warcraft in the arenas. Is there a gap? There isn't, right?
Fans a little bit unsure as to the cadence of the call out, but hopefully they figure that one out as we get further on. DRX like a well-oiled machine. Let's see whether that is going to be represented on the Rift as well, because we know fan chants have a very, very high impact in the outcome of the game.
Yeah,
and that fan chant was a bit.
Do you agree? WoW Arena is harder than LoL.
Attack, though,
LoL is 100 times harder than WoW Arena.
Not suffering from it just yet.
So interestingly, both supports opting to go Aftershock. I think it completely makes sense on the Nautilus.
WoW Arena is
piss
easy.
Those extra resistances go a long way. But seeing on the Alistair as well, I feel like a pick that we've seen a lot more Spellbook on.
Yeah.
Really valuing that extra tankiness, particularly in the early game, before you have that ult available. And Andal going the Ignite, so wanting that extra pressure in the 2v2.
Ooh, he didn't calibrate. Although they do have a ward there, so a little bit of a sidestep, I guess, playing a part. You can see right now, a bit of biffo here towards the bottom side of the map. No one throwing out any tempo spells just yet. As heal into Ignite feels good for DRX. See whether they can play around it.
In my experience, I think League is harder.
With the lethal tempo Ezreal, you get it stacked up, you get your passive stacked up. You have so much sustained damage in comparison to a Jhin who is stuck on that reload.
Yeah.
League.
I do really feel like Jhin is reloading most of the time.
No, I shouldn't say it. I was going to rage bait, but I'm not going to rage bait. It's too early in the morning to rage bait. But I genuinely think League's harder than WoW.
It's just significantly high, you know?
Yeah.
All right, Andal, he's looking for it. Going to start this one up. Does have the Pulverize there from Peter.
Oh, what a hook.
Onto Docdom. Andal just, you know, trying to put some fear into his opposition. Not really finding too much more other than that. DRX with control of the wave for the moment, as the cannon is going to get pulled underneath this turret, and at least Docdom is going to be able to use that fourth shot in order to take that one.
It's not the perfect time for a rage bait.
Yeah, I think if you're using the Aftershock and the shield from the Nautilus well, you are able to go for those sort of aggressive trades, but, you know, internal
think one draft?
Sustain up.
Well, I think DNS's draft is better, but they'll probably fuck up at one point, and then the Ornn Azir comp will just win the game. I don't like this Nautilus pick.
Yep, good old money printer rumble.
And that's the plan.
Well, Pioshik moving over here. Andal is having a little bit of a look around, as there is Willa in the vicinity. He wants to take this Rift Scuttler, but there's the flash headbutt pull from
what
Peter.
The fuck are you doing,
Willa.
Peter?
Flourish is going to follow up. Pioshik now turns onto Willa, who manages to get the dash to get away.
It's good. It's good. He defended the crab.
Absolutely all right. Looks like Pioshik going to be able to grab the Scuttle Crab, and DRX did not lose first blood to a Scuttle fight.
Yeah, able to get away from that one, but it was a scary situation. And it's, again, dealing with the threat of the Pantheon in the early game, Peter with the initial setup, and also just the fact you have a Jhin. He's always going to be able to contribute to the fight first with that root.
Another hook in from Andal, feeling really good about that one. Peter taking a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah, wait a sec.
As Docdom also good accuracy on those Mystic shots from Jiu.
Yeah, good trades, and also Peter burned his heal in that early skirmish, so...
And his flash.
Yeah, so down sums there, puts him in a really fragile position.
Ooh, managed to get the cannon there. I was a little bit worried.
If Andal connects, it could just be kill threat. If Jiu lands all his skills, the potential is there. They have to play really on the defensive in this position. Should be a plate potentially in this situation too now. Maybe not in this wave.
Yeah, Mystic shots connecting, and another one there. Gio actually having a pretty good day here, as Docdom only a couple more, and then he could be in lethal range like you were talking about, as Rich not going to quite get the knocker, but is going to be, I guess, all right for the moment. Has built a null magic mantle for himself, which is helping with these flame spitters, but Dudu having a very good time, and is actually ahead by an entire wave right now. There's a teleport back from Rich, but there's no cannon in this wave, so they actually miss a couple of melees. As
is T1 still in the tournament? Yes, they are.
And it's so interesting seeing UCal
Did you watch LEC on Tuesday?
I swear, every single time there's the trade of Orianna Azir, he is on the Orianna.
I watched, who the fuck played on Tuesday?
Going for something, but
I watched one of the G2 Heretics games.
Level 6 there for UCal.
He seems to be doing pretty okay so far, though. So,
yeah, sort of like it's all calm on Summoner's Rift for the moment. I'm expecting this game to turn silly at some point.
Yeah, waiting for it.
Now, it might happen right now as Pyosik dives in. Willer is in the vicinity, though. Only level 5, so doesn't have that public execution as now Gio and Doctarm are fighting for the moment. I imagine Gio does have a bit more consistent damage, though, as Peter just has to get out of there. Pyosik in a lot of trouble.
Lethal Tempo is cooking.
To mitigate that damage, and will be able to escape. But DRX do manage to win out and get a little bit of positional control around this river.
Yeah, a lot of cooldowns from DNS just dumped into the Nautilus, and it gave Willer so much free reign there in that fight. Gambessa able to get a lot of damage down in return, made things a little scary.
Yeah, Doctarm and Peter now underneath this turret with a little bit of respite, but Gio going to go back home. See whether he can collect himself a Sheen or something like that on this particular
Have you been watching the Winter Olympics?
Level 6
9.
soon for Pyosik here, so once that ult's available, you know, it's not just the fact that you have all that global pressure, you also get the free armor pen with it.
Who's going to kill Ornn Nautilus?
You
know, the Ornn Nautilus will die.
Andal is now
as long as DNS doesn't fall monstrously far behind.
I mean, you have an Ezreal, why not?
Yep.
They will die.
Let's park him down there. Does have a wave to deal with now. Arcane shifted, I believe, to pick up one of the minions that was falling down, if judging by the minimap has anything to do with it. DNS moving up to about a 200 gold lead just based on how these lanes are doing, and I imagine that is almost all Dudu, who is, you know, doing the money printer thing, but is also ahead by about a wave. But Rich, obviously, is just happy wearing a cape and building stuff and all that sort of stuff here towards the top side.
He's getting pressured out a good amount, though, so Grub's up in about a minute 15.
Hold up 1 sec.
Which is pretty low on mana, getting chunked out, and he doesn't have TP. So unless he can find a reset, he's just not going to be of any real use if they try and set up for the Grubs. Might have to give that over if DNS opt to contest it.
Now, Gio and Andal back to it here towards the bottom side as Andal has decided
Why is
to
Jin doing a Mosquito
join
build?
his other AD carry that is an Ambessa. First Drake going to be a mountain. So
what is it that Jin normally rushes? Is it Collector
first? How are we
first?
feeling about the Chemtech scenario here? Orcs, do you think that you'll be able to pay enough
Did you see
attention to
Grabs
guarantee
crashed
that you
out
do
on
not
an
get
East
a,
view with
Chemtech
Esports
soul,
20
or
Epos?
is it doomed?
I saw the Fnatic Grabs crash out about like,
best
I have no
to
staff
get us a
or
Cloud
something.
Soul. That's what I'm going to do.
I'd like a Cloud.
I like zipping around the map.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of Cloud Soul value, I guess. Like, there's not those champions that feel really good with it, like Nocturne and Sivir and things like that.
If it was that,
like
then yeah.
The flat move, it's okay.
It does just feel good.
Yeah.
To walk faster.
I do think, obviously,
Yo, UCal's frying this lane, not gonna lie.
Hextech's always crazy.
The fact that he's in this state is great.
Not the worst Ocean game. It's honestly not even the worst Chemtech angle for like the DRX.
The Fnatic fall off
like,
needs to be studied. Actually, it doesn't. It just needs to be
That's a
like.
good point, actually. Maybe Chemtech would actually be the dream. Maybe we need to
let's not go that
for
far.
a Chemtech Drake.
Let's not go that far.
I'm almost ready to go that far. Maybe it's time for justice for Chemtech Soul.
No, I don't think so.
It's not. Okay.
No.
I always need to test to make sure that we're not getting there. That's all right. Rich, pretty happy as he's made his way back up there. He is still 10 CS behind, but now it's 8. So
tell us what happened last year. You know it. What do you mean what happened last year?
If this game continues on like this keel, DRX are extraordinarily happy.
I'm surprised DNS haven't clicked Drake yet.
DNS's comp doesn't scale badly.
Their comp is so good at doing Drake.
But it's Ornazir and Ezreal. They're very happy to go later on into the game. There's tons of CC with this Nautilus as well.
God bless.
And so DNS very happy that they can pick up this first dragon because I think Drakes are going to be really important for this composition.
There's a typo in your title. Is there? I think it's fine though.
Yeah, so opting to go for the Drake instead of going for the Grubs. I mean, Rich did get that recall off, so he was healthy anyway, but Part hasn't that. And I think it feels bad to pick up a mountain and then see the Hextech after.
Yeah, true.
I think in terms of the souls you might be setting up for, it just doesn't feel too positive.
It means that Chemtech or Cloud.
Yeah, Jin's gone steel caps now. I guess he's going to be. It is a full tank Jin.
It's going to be.
Still a gamble.
I don't know why I'm so enthusiastic about the Chemtech angle. It's weird. Maybe I've been playing too much Zorn in TFT.
Yeah.
You know, I've just got that sort of like Chemtech vibe. I don't know. Anyway, Rich versus Dudu is not exactly the lane that we really want to be watching for action's sake, but that really does tell you at what point in the game we're at. We're at the bro and brew side of things.
You at least get to see the first strike proc, and you get the nice little noise it makes when he gets the gold cash in. That's something at least.
The bro and brew.
Gio is just happily watching these minions
Yo,
go down.
DNS, DRX, guys.
Peter taking a bit of damage. There's
Fight.
another hook. Very nice one. True shot.
Fight each other. Attack.
Peter may actually have to ult, and he does, but still in a little bit of trouble. Has to use the heal at the same time. As
yeah, this Jhin is tickling them.
Why
Why is Jhin ulting? Oh, he's Pantheon ulting probably, right?
Gio tanks up.
He's not Pantheon ulting. What?
They can get the sidestep off as he holds
what?
the bullet and misses onto the Ezreal. So Dr. I'm not exactly finding a lot of joy, but he is looking very healthy. Just Peter a little worse for wear.
Yeah, and I think DRX feeling pretty good about that. Managing to get barrier and heal from the side of DNS.
Oh, that's a bit of a cheeky stop.
Pressure here. Also, that wood.
19 stream streak. I see you more than my family.
Little unfortunate. Not getting a lot of work done. It's a lazy ward, that one.
Where's my fries group? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Jiw's gonna clear.
Scara would be so proud of that ward. He would be so
okay, it's
proud.
gone. At least it's gone. Okay, it never happened.
Yeah. It's just sitting.
I feel like DRX haven't really.
Yeah.
This silly little ward that did nothing.
I mean, the game state is great for DRX. They haven't done anything, which is good.
Here just clearing waves in the mid lane. 3 minutes.
I thought they could maybe pressure closer a bit harder, but
so there is no reason to fight right now. But we might just be setting up for.
We're in a game state where a Drake is spawning. Oh, no, there's no Drake. What the fuck? It's just crap. But everyone has sums up. I think DRX are loving life right now.
To avoid any sort of misposition. And DNS will back away, as do DRX.
Nashers, Shojin, building my Triforce.
And I'm just waiting for some stuff to happen. I think if like Double Dragon comes through for DNS, then maybe we could talk about
Did you just lose 3 minions
having a real advantage.
on the wave?
But so far, nothing for either side has really put anyone in the lead, as now Peter might be out of position. Remember, does have his ultimate back off cooldown now. But there's an Emperor's Divide. They look for Pioshik. It's kind of a miss situation.
This game's cooked.
From
This game's
Willer's
cooked.
ultimate, but it doesn't
Surely
matter.
it's cooked.
That is going to be a trade as Yukal goes down, but so does Pioshik.
Like DRX.
In, but it's great pulverize there from Peter as the Ornn has turned up, and Rich is going to throw a ram at the cow and then get himself out of there. Doesn't quite find it, but it's a good flash.
Oh
there from
my
Peter.
god,
Now
big
Dudu
save for DNS.
Big
save. I feel like DRX were
and flash out there from Willer gets him over the wall.
We're just avoiding every fight.
And walk away with a 700 gold lead.
And they had like a good engage on the Pantheon and a free kill. And it looked like DNS just didn't have the fight in them.
Of course they would. That was when they were gonna.
But thank God they won that, because if they don't win these fights early, the game's over for them.
Look at what they use on the
like DNS just looks a little split, indecisive, all over the place.
There's Ambassador ult.
Yukal trolling a bit.
Into the shockwave.
Yes, it still takes
Yukal's
a lot of
just
time to kill
completely
him, and they trade 1-for-1. And they've been a lot of their good tools to take him out. Look how low Andal and Willa are when Rich actually arrives.
Ambessa ult was trash, Azir flash was bad.
And look how healthy Dudu Closer and Dokdam are. So, honestly, the only thing I'll say about this is Dokdam, his ult just came up a little bit late. If his ult was up sooner, if he had mana sooner, that could have been a lot worse.
Rumble 1.4k up.
That was way too many tools blown on that Pantheon. They were getting antsy, I think we could tell.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even pulling the trigger, it was 3 different people pulling the trigger at the same time. Overkill, I think. Definitely, so.
I think if Yukal had have actually survived, got out of that shockwave and not just
What do you mean
died
bro
at the very
thinks he's
beginning of the
Hedwig?
fight, could have been a different
Isn't
story.
that the owl?
Has a lot of consistent damage on this Azir.
I think also if they just held some of their tools, you know, if they hadn't, they don't need to use the Ambessa ult and the Nautilus ult. Pick one.
And maybe waiting for Rich to be there as well towards the beginning. I think when you can capitalize on the Ram, have a little bit of CC down beforehand to get those extra knockups.
On the
create
Ram.
That house.
Now the Ram's too expensive these days.
Sort of the things that DRX is
Shibald.
looking for. So a little bit suboptimal, but great for DNS to start this game off. They now have about 1,000 gold
spacing,
lead.
spacing,
Rich with his
spacing.
Ruka completed, and so he's starting to care less and less about what this Rumble is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the gym again yesterday, chat. That's 2 times in 1 week gym. Holy.
That's
Holy.
It's hard to really permanently just break through that shield again and again at this point.
Kill threat is a more difficult one to get towards, as Pioshik going to look to try and get Willer out of here, but Banana Brush is going to be under DRX's control. Rich gets himself out of there, and now we're starting up the Drake yet again. We do have all of DNS in the vicinity.
Oh, that hit?
Down, gets on top of
what?
Once again, they really want to engage on
nice flash.
As Emperor's Divide is avoided.
Oh my god, DRX, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Kind of a mixed up
stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh, Shebald. JJ. This game's cooked.
Peter's hunting Jiu, and there's the curtain call. I don't know whether Peter can kill him, as Jiu is going to look to try and get over the wall, but never mind. Hoof to the noggin, and down goes the Ezreal.
Hoof to the noggin. Bro, Willer looks a little uncomfortable on Bessa, and Yukao just looks like he's playing a different game. And Andal on Nautilus is always like a flip.
That's Best ult, that's Nautilus ult. Yukao goes for closer.
Like Willer's going out, Yukao's going in.
He's like, where do I go? There's a whole enemy team there. Can I go through the turret? No, he gets shockwave into the turret. This time, Doctam has his ult immediately.
Has Yukao been playing Overwatch?
This is how it could have gone last
What the fuck
fight
does that even mean?
If he had a good ult setup. This time he does, and yeah, they get decimated. So, didn't learn from the last setup, it seems, with DRX. DNS did, though. They had the General available, and they immediately punished them. Managed to pick up the Dragon.
Bro thinks he's Winston. What?
Not the best, but
not great.
Not the worst. As now looking for a Rift Herald as well. DNS really starting to run away with this game now.
Yeah, this is a big goal lead. So this is really where DNS wanted to be at this point in the game. The early game was slower. It took a bit more time for them to get online, but 3.5k gold at 16 minutes.
Peter's making his way in. Dudu already there as Willow was taking up the turret. Didn't really want to.
This was the worst plan ever.
Now we've got an Emperor's Divide.
Oh god. Maybe it's the best plan ever though. Hold up. Oh god, Dudu, stop it. Dudu, you're fucking...
Somehow it actually works out here for DRX.
He tries to flash the wall and kill two of them there, but he flashed into it and doesn't have Nimbus Cloak.
On cooldown until Dudu died, or did he just not use it?
I'm not. I assume it must have been on cooldown.
That was rubbish.
No way he wouldn't have used it.
That
he
was
even tried
rubbish.
to flash over the wall to finish them off and kind of failed the flash. So I assume it was on cooldown.
It was 5 seconds. So unfortunately, available from the death chamber.
I think what feels even worse about this is Pantheon's nowhere near for this
like,
play.
Dudu just outplayed dive with his TP shield. The DRX didn't account for. Here, he stopwatches the ult. Right? Now, if he just clicks out, it's good. But he clicks. Oh god. Oh god.
He saw Andal and Willer and was like, "That's 2 free kills for me right now," and ended up kind of flubbing it and it backfiring. Really unfortunate there.
Suboptimal. We're about to head towards, 2-item spike territory, though, here for Jiu. He is going to start doing more than Doctam in these fights. We have the first ornament complete on that Rook Urn for Rich. And so that is going to mitigate that gold advantage by just a little bit. And as you can see, it's only 2.6k. It's actually gone down by about 1,000. So not the end of the world here for DRX at this point in time. I think if I was Joker and I was doing a coach comms that they love to do,
is your barber a volunteer barber? Bro, the last person to cut my hair was Yamato.
Late game.
So don't insult Yamato like that. Actually, he was off-roll. My barber was off-roll.
Now closer. Could be Emperor's Divided. Does actually. Shockwave is going to connect there as well. And Koshik
it's just so disjointed. They're all over the place, man. DRX just look...
As Willer and Andal just say, well, Pigeon Man, you are dead, and we will leave.
So many of the shuffles from
Yukao is on a different planet. Yeah, it's just not Doctam, that was slick. Doctam.
He had flash as well.
Son, where'd you find this?
And also didn't have Swifties. So many Jins have Swifties, so that becomes even easier, but doesn't even have
clean.
That.
Yeah, the Ghost Blade coming in clutch there for the movement speed.
True.
But just
don't.
He's like, no, I dodged those.
Yeah, absolutely did.
Yeah, so well played there. Here, Yukao again goes for a shuffle onto closer, but doesn't have the backup from the team. And I guess just forgets about the existence of Pantheon. Yeah. This time, you can see the difference of the play. That bot side play onto the Rumble. Pantheon wasn't there.
How are you named Rich, but you're down 1.5k? Bro, chat jokes are awful.
Here, though, they try and make
I wish I had waited ... them.
Immediately shuts it down. Kind of puts in a context. So we're talking about this in the pre-show. These global picks, the impact they're having. Why the Pantheon is 100% win rate in playoffs so far, the LCK Cup. It's doing pretty good.
Yep, it's just pretty exceptional right now. And it works with so many things. Like the Pantheon Rumble I've seen just be so dominant in the early stages of the game. The combination of early damage is just so high, and then later on, you can really pick out a single target and eliminate them. And then if they turn to actually try and kill you, Aegis is so broken.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, old school Pantheon, before the rework, you just thought of him as a champion. He was just so useless in the late game.
Yeah.
But he does so much damage now, and there's so much like armor pen for free on his ult, like a passive armor pen.
And
they could put an Azir tower down. What? He just hooks in and TPs. Alright, here we go. And then he dies. And Yukao just got bonked. Closer as flash. Doesn't press it. That's a big kill. Dudu's chasing Ambessa. He's not in the fight. That gives Azir some free time. Dudu really wants to kill that Ambessa. Will Imagine do damage? What, that hit? Oh my god.
Gets caught by the deadly flourish, but makes his way out as he shifts the sands. And Rich is able to get himself out of there. The curtains have been called though. And the last
he was just out of range.
Yukal just outranges it. I'm not sure how most of DRX survived that, but definitely good on him.
Dudu was chasing that Ambessa.
That was crazy. Yeah, outranging. That bullet was going to hit Yukal.
Oh, 100%.
A little bit closer.
It was underground, the good old underground, so you have no idea where the curtain call's range ends.
This was a pretty manic start to the fight. So again, going for that proactive play from DRX, and they managed to take out Closer here. Not much you can do in this situation.
It's crazy how the one fight where Yukal doesn't go in and try and shuffle, it's actually possibly winning for DRX. The only reason he doesn't go into shuffle is because he gets bonked backwards, so he has to hit.
Finish off the targets very well, which makes sense. You know, Jiwoo and Yukal both quite mobile. We're getting more fighting, it seems.
We are just straight into another fight.
How did Yukal end up there?
Man,
like, how did that happen?
A great time this game is now Headbutt Pulverize onto Andal, and he should be set up on a silver platter for a double kill from Doctom. And if I was to give any feedback, I'd probably say get it together, Yukal. That's probably where I would be.
Well, Soul Point.
He's been out of position, and that should be Soul Point going over to DNS. As Gio looks to try and get some scraps here in this mid lane. It isn't quite able to do so. Rich is starting to become that brick wall that we expect of him. But if they fall too far behind, it will not matter about the scaling conversation. They
can just kind of ignore him and then deal with him at the end of the fight, right? The CC is a big problem, of course, but if everyone else dies first,
DNS will not be going to Hong Kong. No.
Yukal just seems to always be dying at the start of the fight.
Yeah. Let's see how that. Oh, he just wandered.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another surprise Pantheon.
The jungle support mid from DRX are.
So safe because you have that mobility, but the combo from Peter.
I don't know. One of them, they're all just fucking lagging like shit. I think. Well, maybe their comms aren't working or some shit. Discord crashed. How are they? They're proactively making plays on the Orianna while the jungle support are not there, and they're getting caught while the jungle support are not there.
And has hit level 14, can start doling out some of these ornaments to his teammates.
DK is not in Cancun. They're still here. They're playing the winner of this series tomorrow. Tomorrow they play the winner of this. So whoever wins this series basically gets one more day in the playoffs. Congrats.
Actually, it's
congrats.
Just, Trinity Force brackets masterwork brackets now.
Oh no, it's not. I disagree. I know that that's what they did. That's because they did not want to consult me or I guess LS because we were the ones that talk about ornaments way too much back in the day. They didn't want to consult us on all of the names, and so therefore they just decided not to actually put the official names down. They still exist. They're just not written in the game.
Is this live?
Because I think maybe we missed the email.
No, it's a pre-record.
Something like that. We
decided to watch a pre-record. This is from last year.
Potentially caught out of, by potentially, I mean he's very caught out of position. The curtains are called on Andal's life.
Yeah.
I love how every time DRX like gets caught or loses a fight, the cameraman pans to the Ornn, who's just graciously pushing a side lane and has no business or any way that he could change what's happening.
It's going to start chunking people out. They have Rich here. He's tanky to move in, so they move off the Baron.
Well, there is an equalizer that goes down. Pyoshi gets here as well, but we're flashing. And is the Arcane Shift going to be back? Yes, it is. Decent position there, but unfortunately, the Orb makes its way over the wall, and there is a dead 80 carry. This could be another opportunity for a Baron, as UCal at least has a Shadow Flame that's a bit more upgraded.
A bit hard to do, Nash. Their champs are a bit slow.
Quite help when Giu is taking a bit of a dirt nap.
Okay, well, hit me with it. What's the upgraded Shadow Flame called?
It's Shadow Inferno.
Oh.
It's also the
Wait, really?
The name of my first pop punk album.
What?
Pretty sure. Or my magic show.
Is that Lost Media? I would love to listen to it.
Yeah. Shadow Inferno. I really like it.
That sounded kind of clean.
Yeah, I don't know what the,
that sounds practiced.
What's the Spear of Sojin going to be? I have absolutely no idea. I don't think LS and I really figured that one out.
That's beyond me. Yeah. You're the expert on this.
Yeah. I'll get back to it. We were just,
You've got some time yet, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe Black Cleaver is in a better position, and we can do the Obsidian Cleaver.
That's what you're hoping for.
Officially,
but probably presumably going to upgrade Giu first, so maybe you're safe for a bit longer anyway.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. Willet taking out his Gromp though.
Do you have any lost media?
It's a 5,000 gold lead, and the soul point.
I don't know if I do. I lost it. Like it's gone.
So much control of this game. This is going to
I like my brain doesn't remember it. I had a Halo montage.
And maybe they'll just have to talk to themselves about, oh, but our ornaments are mitigating so much of this gold advantage because they represent so much money's worth of stats. Haha. And I just don't know whether that's going to work if DRX continues.
Sparky 1-2 is the lost media. Is it? Is that what lost media is?
Like, their composition.
Scheiße.
It's so good in a front to back, but don't back to front, you know?
How much
what you gotta do.
How much gold value do you lose if your Azir just dies at the start of every fight? You know, you have to factor that in when you calculate these things. It's like
you can't write Sparky 1-2, my priest. Bro, leave me alone. Hey,
how much is it? Like 11,000 maybe at this point for UCal being dead? Maybe not even that. He doesn't have that many items. So.
Oh, by the way,
I was a demon back in the days. I was a demon.
Bandle pipes. A Bandle Symphony.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
A Bandle tunnel. Get it? Pipes.
Honestly, I'm kind of sad Peter's not
tunnel.
On the team of the Orn now.
I know.
He's already a Bandle piper.
Where is the Bandle pipes? And Rich was our OG Bandle piper, was he not? He was. He was the first one to. I know it was on his Cassante. Now Dudu could be in a little bit of trouble and does have the equalizer down, and now the Ram comes on through. Rich seeing what he can get done here. There's the public execution to bring Willa back in. Shockwave connects onto 2 though, and DRX, I think they're running out of time.
He's going to dash in again, of course, and then he's just going to die for the 6th time this game. It's like the only fight that was close this game was the one where UCal couldn't dive in.
This one, ladies and gentlemen, triple here for Doctom and DNS. I think
just take him off his ear forever.
Metaphorical camel's back.
Yeah, this one not looking good. Trying to find a play on the Dudu, and you know what? I think it kind of makes sense. You're trying to find a sort of pick onto someone before the start of the fight, but the problem is it's an Orn and an Ambessa onto a pretty bulky Rumble.
I think Azir needs to TP in earlier.
Jungle, so of course they're going to get that pretty quickly.
Isn't this fight maybe winning if you don't do this on Azir? They have no ults.
But even if he does,
I think it can be winning, you know?
I mean, yeah, he maybe does manage to kill.
If he just hits the Jhin
in this situation,
and he like flashes Alistar combo.
He's dead anyway. I just feel like he keeps going for these plays. He just keeps ending up in bad situations. He had a Seeker's Arm Guard, didn't get a chance to use it there. The Azir just not working out.
It's just it's not really providing what it needs to. However, on the other side, this Jhin is really working.
Yeah.
Which is confusing.
I think Jhin with 2 AP solo lanes is always fine.
Well, I think part of it is he didn't build rapid fire second.
If you have like if you had like Gnar top,
I mean, he's going to build it 4th.
I think Jhin sucks.
He has more damage items before that.
If you have like Kennen, Rumble, Ornn, Orianna, or any mage, I think Jhin works.
The biggest deal is that he's hitting almost all of his curtain call shots in team fights, and that's working out very effectively.
Yep. Also, Rich didn't really have armor until he bought that chain vest. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
So definitely a contributing factor.
Look at what my chat, someone in the Discord just wrote.
Rich, Peter with the headbutt, that was beautiful. He may still die, but he's got an unbreakable will, and that is going to keep him alive. Finds the double pulverize there as well as Equalizer goes down. Willer is definitely dead.
Oh, big shockwave.
Out of that one, as the Emperor's Divide from the grave for UCal does next to nothing. The shockwave, so good out of closer, and DRX just lose 3 in the blink of an eye, and now Pioshik is looking for even more. Down will go Jiu, and is that going to be the ace? They save Rich till last because he takes the longest time. And Jiu has an endless hunger, but unfortunately I think he's still going to be hungry, as he may not even get out of the death chamber before the Nexus explodes. DNS
yeah,
break open
it's an email game. DRX playing a comp where they have to do nothing, and they actually like took it a bit too literal. They were like, every fight I'm just going to dash in and die.
They should be able to be up in time before the game ends, but I'm not sure they can really do too much to prevent it. No, DNS look to try and finish now or back off and play it safe.
Caedrel, you hungry?
Push in.
Yes.
Yo,
Yo, 90 consecutive stream watch streak, W.
I think so. As UCal has respawned, Hook is going to connect there onto Dudu, but they're focusing down the Nexus turrets, and Andal dies as an afterthought. Willer is trying to deal with these minions as best he can, as now Peter just wandering towards the fountain and doesn't seem too worried. Another shockwave going to connect. The pigeon dies on the fountain. The cow goes down as well, but it does not matter. The Nexus
The pigeon dies on the fountain, the cow goes down as well.
0 in the series.
I think so many of the plays in this game were aggressive plays from DRX when honestly they didn't need to be, but also UCal on the Azir was not it. Fortunately, he is fearless. We won't have to see him on that again. And Andal not
What
really
is
having
this,
a good
minion
game,
laughing guy? What is it?
When he's been one of the star players for this DRX lineup. So rough from them, but DNS not missing a beat, right?
No.
Draft.
What has minion laughing guy made? When Dumb and Dumber take on hardcore Minecraft.
Minecraft with XDD and Vaskai.
Sauce. Cam. Ah, you see everything! Yo, Caedrel!
Oh my god! I just did it 3 seconds. I just actually joined Felice Clan after I just did that. That was crazy. What do you use copper for? What? I didn't know copper was useless.
It's
Really?
a noob mistake, bro. It's a noob prep.
Yeah, I don't have any.
1 HP? 1 HP?
Dead. Why is your sword glowing?
Lock in. We need iron now.
Why is your sword shining?
Ah! I'm not trolling, bro. I heard a creeper.
Why do you have a shiny sword?
Caedrel,
Why do you have a shiny sword? Why do you have a shiny sword?
Chinese? Caedrel, I need a pickaxe. Can you give me the second pickaxe?
What do you mean it's Chinese?
But you have to block that, and I'll kill him. Go.
Blocking.
On me. On you. Keep blocking.
Blocking.
Go to the water. Go back to the water. Go back into the water. Just keep walking.
I'm blocking. Do damage.
Keep
Why
walking.
doesn't he hit? Wait, what is that? Wait, I didn't even know that happened. Bro, why is he not hitting the Enderman?
On you. Keep blocking.
Blocking.
Go to the water. Go back to the water.
Why isn't he hitting?
Keep walking.
I'm blocking. Do damage.
Keep blocking. So we have here the foundation. Now we need here. I fucked up.
Good thing I made the lava source then, isn't it? Good thing I made the lava source. 9! What are you doing?
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Trying to! Where? I died? I can't eat more. Where did you go?
Get up there. What? How was that one tap? The poison. Careful.
Block!
Help. Yeah, blocking. Kill.
I can't. Stop kiting.
Coming, bro. Ah!
Bro, fighting without a shield is so difficult.
I know.
Where are you at?
I'm coming. This is the whole time I have to eat because you're already taking HP damage. Oh.
Still died.
You just need to camp and
Bro, I
eat,
saw him just fall.
This
is really gonna hurt our. This is really gonna hurt our. I'm eating. What are you dying to? Bro, I didn't even know that was happening. What?
All right, let's go. Ah! Eat. Want to be.
No, you want to be. There's no way I fall in the lava. There's no way I fall in the lava. And he's literally right next to me. He's right there. And his way of watering me is putting it on that block so it spreads and then locks me underneath the ground.
No, you want me? On everything I did! On everything!
I'm gonna vote this motherfucker up, alright?
Caedrel!
We got to keep looting this place.
They have booby traps. They have booby traps. Huh. Check, can we use this?
Good. Impaled on Stalagamite.
It dropped nothing, I'm sorry. Karma will ruin this run.
Zombie on me. Skeleton on my cheeks.
Come here, we make quick burns.
I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Eat, eat, eat.
I think it works. Does it?
Wait, 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 wait.
Yo! Caedrel!
Bro, my hair is crazy.
No, the blazes, I mean. They're not dropping, they're not dropping.
Why are you saying come then? Why are you saying come? The only one that comes is me, not the Blazers!
Now, Fury, I hate that chant.
Oh, chicken jockey!
What? Yo, guys, why would we want to be wasting time, bro? We're making sure that everything is perfect so we can slay the Ender Dragon, maybe even at the first
bro,
try.
creepers
bro. I'm not
are
kidding,
so
bro.
broken.
Stop the cap!
Maybe part 2, yeah, cook up a part 2, deal. Creepers are so OP. They are. When's the nerf? I'm full diamond armor, and creeper just boom, dead. Boom, dead. Just use your shield. Just use your shield. Just. Alright, let's see this new fucking, this new fucking patch. What's going on? She-Bald, man. Look how much they're changing. What the fuck? They're changing Ignite and Smite? What? Look how many champs are getting changed. Winter sports skins will be returning. Ooh. Wait, Veigar's curling in that photo. I'd never realized that. What? What? For Vancouver, Mumu, can you put like a cheater stamp in his fucking splash art? Alright, Ambessa bonus damage to monsters is down. Nice. I think that champ's kind of broken in jungle. I'll go to this quick. Any base damage on her Q's up late game and her E's flattened, which is actually, that's quite nice. Because she builds a bit, she builds Rocket Belt, right? Bonus AD on his passive down by 1, 2, scaling up. Brand monster damage on his passive went up by 5%, non-monster damage cap went up by 10. Braum's getting what? Nerfed again. His base damage on his ult is down late game. And the cooldown is up. Holy fuck, man. They're gutting Braum into the ground. This champ is completely dog shit. Camille E hookshot. Attack speed is gained when Camille dashes off a wall regardless whether or not she hits a champion. Ooh, hey! Yo, my jungler. My jungler on Camille. Hold up. Darius's monster damage is up by 0.5% on his hemorrhage. Was. Bro, what? I don't get it, man. Like, before, in the olden days of League, or not olden days, like 5 years ago, they would just buff like 1 or 2 champs in jungle, and then they would nerf them again. And then it would happen again a year later. Now they're just doing it to everyone. Like, they're literally like... That's why the patches are just so fucking clogged, because it's just minion fucking monster damage on random champs. What do you mean Fizz's W now does 30 bonus monster damage? What the fuck is this? And then they'll make silly puns. Fizz jungle made a splash last season. Graves' armor stacks up by 3!
And in the pre-show, we talked about, you know, maybe like a certain champion that might be pretty strong and have a pretty high win rate that might
and it's Amara's up by 1.5.
Right there.
So if you are Pantheon,
Problem with Graves is he just doesn't do damage. Maybe I'm crazy. Like, they need to buff his base AD or some shit.
With her ultimate, little bit shorter.
But he's a tanky boy.
Ultimate's very short.
Gwen base damage per snip is down. Minion damage modifier is up. And her base damage on her R is down. Ooh. Gwenny. Gwyneth Paltrow. Hui maximum shield value is... Oh my god. What the fuck? And his ult cooldown's down by 20 seconds? Early game? Wait, is Hui busted now or what? The fuck? If LR was in playoffs, Nemesis, his Hui would be locked in. Maybe Keria starts playing Hui. Shield value's up a shit ton. Maybe Hui support. Tentacle base damage is up late game. Jinx armor growth is down. Cassin health growth is down. His E damage is slow is lower. Sure. KL base damage on her fucking Q is down late game. God bless, or as it scales. Cooldown flattened on his R. That actually hurts a lot. Lee Sin W2 grants lifesteal and spellvamp. Lee Sin is unable to heal with W2 and smite on either minions, jungle monsters, and champions. What? Lee Sin W2 grants Omnivamp, which applies on minions, monsters, and champions. Okay. What? What does it mean? Lee Sin is unable to heal with W2 and smite. Oh, okay, sorry. And smite. My bad, I misread. So they've just changed the name from lifesteal and spellvamp to Omnivamp. And you can smite heal now, I guess, because they don't have the caveat. Base mana down, starting mana regen up. Light binding Q cooldown down, flattened to 10 early. W cooldown down by 2. Lux support. Maokai, bro, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if I count this one. Bro, how many fucking monster damage? Monster this, monster that, monster this. Holy shit, Q monster damage is up by 20 flat. Yo, Maokai jungle, big W. Maokai jungle is still playable, right meow, even without that buff. Base health regen is down, health regen growth is down, Q mana cost is down a little bit early, up late. Mana cost, bro, they're just gutting the Fury or what? In mid, yeah. Cannon health growth down, good. Rengar is getting nerfed. Ow. Ow. That Rengar nerf hurts. What the fuck? Rumble base health is down. R damage is down. Yeah, probably. Wow, this patch shift is gonna be fucking... No longer refuses to grab a champion if they're currently pathing out a circle while near an edge. Oh, fine. Fucking hell, yeah. We've... Velia aware. Lifesteal effectiveness on our Q is up. Life since R is up. Nice. Senna has found herself in a weird state where she can be quite viable when playing more popular offensive builds, so we're shifting her to be more of a viable support. Senna is a support. Senna is an AD carry. Senna is a support. What if you just make the patch notes where we just interchangeably make Senna a support and an AD carry, and we just randomly buff people's monster damage, and then they'll think it's a new game every year. Oh my god! Wait!
But now again, like they couldn't really one-shot Rumble, they couldn't really see the target, and it's just literally the game over.
So now her Q is now going more off her bonus AD, and her W is also going off her bonus AD. Wait, what is Senna nowadays? Is she a support or an AD carry? Like, this could help Senna support if she rushes Umbral Glaive, but I've seen people rushing fucking Echoes of Helion on that champ. Bro, just put her jungle. Why don't we just give Senna monster damage? Why don't we just do that? 50% slow on his W. Damage per second scaling down. Damage per second scaling on AP down. Demon Flare slowed down, so he's just getting fucking nerfed to shit. Syndra base damage on her W is down, and her ult damage is down. Wow, a lot of champs are getting nerfed. Broxa, you're not playing enough Teemo on stream. We need more Teemo. We need more Teemo. We're gonna give you 20% more monster damage, 15% more monster damage. Twitch health growth is down and armor growth is down. Like, what?
they actually work as a team. I don't see
Base bonus damage on hit from a Q is... Ooh, Udyr buffs.
When they are being on the same page, so I think that should be
Udyr buffs. Udyr buffs. Wee-oo. Mana cost on her Q is down. Very nice buff. Cooldown on her W is down. Very nice buff. E mana cost is down. Wait. Saya appears to be statistically balanced, but players feel like she lacks agency. So we're gonna make her lane phase better. What? What?
Almost looks like first time Ambessa in this first game, if we're being honest, and I think they were just a little bit too jumpy, so to speak, in this.
Those buffs are fucking massive, by the way. Those are some nice buffs. Zac has been truly explosive in the new season. Jesus Christ. Q damage. What? What?
I actually met Pyoshik in the makeup
They're just giving him 20 base damage on his Q.
And I feel really confident about your early game, and he says, well, I'm not sure.
Initial base damage on his R is down, but the maximum base damage is also down.
That's what I said, and I think he's gonna bring it once again.
Oh, they changed the scaling to bonus elf instead of max elf. So they're making his early a little stronger or what?
DNS like we did? Let's send it on over the casters for the answer.
Or wait, what?
No.
Because they give it 20 base damage more.
How about you, Ox?
Wait, I want to see this smite change. Where is it?
I mean, this is based on experience, you know?
They're making his early game weaker. Yeah, because it's max health.
It's not necessarily that we don't.
Bro, those skins, what the fuck? Bro, where's the smite?
On the Rift. I 100% trust that. But what trusting Pyoshik means is accepting
Summoner spell, smite, ignite. We like to make rules consistent where we can. It helps players understand our beloved complex game a little bit more. We're generally maintained that summoner spells do not interact with other systems such as applying spell effects or life effects, with Omniman making its return this season and being able to release its W. We're further consistifying this rule to our damage summon spells. Smite and ignite do not trigger Omnivam. Okay.
Number 2, DNS. This time we'll be on the blue side with second pick.
Why do they have to use such
DRX,
big words?
As mentioned by the space, will be picking first. Let's see what they're going to be taking away.
Yeah, and I think just a big aspect of it was like securing those huge picks, the draft advantage. You know, I hope DRX obviously was gameplay. It was also draft. If they can adjust a lot in this game too, hopefully can come out and look to equalize the series. DN Supers once again banning away the Bard, but they are in second pick in this situation where you just don't have as much freedom.
Yeah. And we don't need to worry about, you know, Azir Oriana's, things like that anymore as far as these bans are concerned. Has opened the floor a little as Gwen going to be taken away.
Coffee.
Well. I wonder what that necessarily means. For Rich's pick here towards the top side, might be a Renekton angle or something like that.
Alright, DRX, let's draft some champs that do things. You know what I'm saying? What if we play champs that can proactively attack?
Bans, you know, just in general, the pick is pretty frustrating to deal with and scales very well. And it looks like DNS are kind of locked into what they're banning.
You
like,
sound
we don't
like
want
a
you to
goblin.
play these champs irrespective.
Goblin on D.
Something to have in mind is that Varus hasn't had a... Varus is presumably the third ban, right? That's our assumption. Nocturne would be taken away by DRX.
Please, sir, can we first pick something strong here?
Rise instead taken away. So
Don't pick Varus, don't
DRX
pick Varus. It's a trap, it's a trap. Don't do it. Don't pick Varus.
And Nico also available. I think
Don't pick Varus.
It was a big deal for DRX to ban the Nocturne. Nocturne's been a great pick for Pyoshik, but Nocturne, Nico, very scary to play into, especially if DRX do secure this Varus first pick. You wouldn't want to play in a Nocturne Nico.
Oh, Zin's out. Wait.
What?
Down instead.
Yeah,
what?
Varus Nico now, though.
What?
And once again, the DN Supers are off to a
Xin
ridiculous
Zhao.
start.
Xin Zhao.
Pretty tough bot lane to play into.
Against Pyoshik, bro, Pyosik's just gonna play Lee Sin, Jax jungle. Docdam has... You know why Docdam's smiling? I don't think they'll pick Nico now. If they do, fair enough, but I don't think they will. Docdam's smiling because he gets Varus on red side. With counter pick support. He's like, aha, my lane is one. Varus Ahri.
like the Ahri does better in this matchup. I feel like a lot of players are happy to take the Ahri.
Oh yeah, they always.
When will people start playing Lissandra?
It's very true.
I don't get it.
Whether, like, I feel like Ahri should do worse into Talia, but
I feel like you can just circumvent the Unraveled Earth, and you can always like set up the longer range charms. I think it's pretty fine.
Do you pick Severe Nico here?
DRX could take like Aurora in this situation. They are just going to go for the Sivir for now. Sivir into Varus is one of the better 80 carries into it. You can kind of neutralize a lot of his poke. You can just wave clear, match that in the lane. So if you are going to let the Varus open, you do want to make sure you get that Sivir in hand, which they do secure. And overall, if you're going to have a composition into Varus...
Doesn't Mikael's counter Lissandra? No, because then you just ult yourself. Holy chills.
What the Varus can do with sort of bursting people out. Looks like it will be that Aurora coming through as well.
Okay, you could pick the Nico on 3. Or you could pick, guys, I'm Pyosik and I like Lee Sin. I like to play Lee Sin. It's my favorite champion to play. Which one is it?
Or do you really want to make sure you secure a jungler here?
Yeah,
from the matches in Zhao.
Not entirely sure. You could just go for a Jarvan or a Wukong.
What? He went Wukong.
Pyosik,
where's the Lee Sin?
Presence, bit more extra damage with that Cyclone. And so we're going to be taking that, scaling up towards level 6, and Odin looking pretty chuffed about his first 3 picks. And let's get into some bans, see what's going to be taken away. Top lane is probably what we're looking at, but it's a bit difficult with the flexibility of the Aurora.
Okay, Poppy ban against Andil, sure.
Maybe support's banned away. I think maybe a Nico. Yeah, Nico just going to hit the deck immediately.
I think Nico's a good one. You could also
they're setting up for Rakan here. So I think they preemptively ban Poppy because Alistar is out. Nico gets banned.
Really strong combo, the double movement speed.
Wukong Rakan is powerful. They had Nico on 4. They have Rakan on 4. You ban Rakan, they're gonna go.
And Karma feels really good about rushing early Mikael's, and Mikael's has insane value.
Surely you ban Rakan here. Unless you leave Rakan open and you play the Lulu.
Actually going for the Xante in the situation.
So now they're saying take the Rakan, take it. I dare you.
Ban, but does open the floor for
I dare you.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they have counter pick and can.
Surely they just take Rakan, right? It's good.
Whether they want it for top lane or support.
It is just good.
I think you could just go something like the Rakan, play it safe, have that team fighting power, the synergy with the.
And now they're gonna go for the Lulu for Endil.
And keep Dudu and give him.
And with the Caedrel ban, they're gonna slam a Sion.
A lot of top laners.
Sion Lulu, and then Dudu is gonna have to play Gnar. And they're gonna have to play a side lane game, and it'll be pretty even.
Will he just play Sion? That's my question. Kind of hoping not. Will mean that it'd be into a
Leona into Wukong R.
Rek'Sai most likely. Let's see what Rich is going to be playing here, whether it will be the Aurora,
what?
Whether it will be something else, and
what? Just ban the Rakan then if you're gonna. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Who did that? Just ban the Rakan then.
Aurora is often picked into it.
Just ban the Rakan then.
Another option into it, as we heard Vikla talking about in the pre-show, and so a little bit of a better option here.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that comp. I hate that comp.
I did forget about Yorick Mori. I'm sorry about that one. And it is
Chat, I want to add to feel for ads. You can use tier 1 or 25 and subscribe and support the channel. You don't have to sub if you want to. Back for the game starts. Hit the kiss.
It doesn't exactly feel like
I have done the ads and together. Join you don't get the ads during the game.
Yeah, I think in the side lane, Kennen's not going to have a fun time. You know, you are just going to lose out in that matchup. Getting trapped in the cage, if that does happen, feels really uncomfortable. Takes you a while to kill it. And obviously, you know, you don't have a dash. You do kind of have to use your mobility to avoid the cage. If you get trapped in it, you have to kill the cage or flash out.
Is DNS going to have 5 Mercs Lamont? Yes, they are.
Than the Yorick does.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
There is a lot of engaged potential from the side of the DN Supers, but you are dealing with a Sivir who can obviously has that spell shield available, and you're playing into Kennen Aurora, which is a lot of threat in general, with those big AoE circle-based ultimates.
The power of the circles is quite high, not to mention getting Andal into position, right? With On the Hunt. I think On the Hunt is going to be very valuable. Kennen and Leona both absolutely love added movement speed. And
but
so
Kennen plus Leona plus...
Not to mention the Xin Zhao, who also wants to be sticky onto his targets. So I think DRX feeling a lot better with how this draft works. However, the play is going to have to match that, because there were certainly some questionable moments in game number 1 as well. Hopefully, Joker has given them the right feedback. They can get back onto the horse here to allow us to have a series that goes the distance. Let's go to the Rift for game 2.
Chat, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is LEC LCK days. 4 days in a row. Scheiße.
Onto the riff for game number 2.
Scheiße.
And let us
That's crazy.
Who is going to be coming out on top for this one?
And then next weekend is the finals, isn't it? And then the weekend after that is first stand. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum.
Yeah, he just Qs. And then Dr. did some damage in return.
When Pokemon? Bro,
Again, Handel going for the
I don't actually know, but I want to play Pokemon. Not gonna lie.
Strictly need this, and we've seen a lot of spellbook on Leona.
Me and Kana gotta finish that game. I do think out of every streamer duo on Twitch, Connor and I are the greatest Pokemon duo. Like, if someone hosted a Pokemon World Championship duo battle, me and him would fuck everyone up.
They did get Leona into Rakan, which has been a pretty decent matchup.
We just would.
Having a look here, though, Closer has always been a bit of a fan of playing Ahri at any
I play my Garchomp.
And so we'll see whether he can have the impact that he wants
He
to.
plays his
really
Blaziken. GG.
Feel valuable. So we'll see whether it is going to be one of these no damage Ahris or whether it's going to be the hard carry version.
I Dragon Claw.
You just have to watch some of the
He uses Flamethrower. Chills.
Really do, if given a lot of
nice. He eat Andil there. He baited the spell shoot out of Severe.
Seen do some crazy amounts of damage if you can get ahead, and you can also go and ignite on the Aurora. So
oh,
really
Doctor went TP.
On this pick.
The old
Oh my god, that Severe W is just cooking him.
As much damage as possible earlier on in the game, as Gio is going to be able to pick up that cannon, but you miss one of those casters. Not super happy about
when
that
Outer Wilds.
Gio does need to be a little careful.
You know,
right.
we will do Outer Wilds, but I won't say we'll do it soon. Because
loses out on the trade as there's a Zenith Blade in. Turret shot is taken here.
I really want to do Outer Wilds.
To help that health bar.
But the next few weeks is a lot of
wow. Yeah, Trader heals there. But it is teleport for Doctor, barrier for Jiwoo, so extra combat summoner there. But it doesn't really matter if the damage is focused on the supports.
And that's got to feel bad as the Gleaming Quill heal comes through, as Jiu steps past the minion wave, looks to try and do stuff, and then all of that stuff gets kind of mitigated.
Looks like they're maybe setting up for a dive here.
Is that optimistic?
This could be really dangerous because I think Doctor might try and teleport back.
He's going to cancelo him though, can he?
Going to try and turn the wind
Scheiße.
Does do so.
Help me, please. Somebody help me. He has no cleanse, don't forget.
Instead, he just walks up and tries to take down Doctom. Survives as
Willa?
well.
Willa, my jungler die?
Doesn't pick up the turret.
Okay, wait.
There's the flash out.
What?
And yeah, just sacrifices himself.
Okay, worth double kill for Severe.
Double for Jiu. This is exactly what DRX wanted to start with.
I mean, here's the thing. Doctom has no cleanse, has teleport instead, doesn't even get a chance to flash. And the redive,
super worth.
Such a good play.
Did the blue buff transition over to the Severe? It did, right?
The recall stop from Willa here.
How good is that?
Peter does everything he can. Gets the double knock up here. But Doctom just gets locked up and blown up. And in this situation, they make the call. They're like, we're going to sacrifice a jungler to make this play happen.
Yeah, I guess he kind of has to sacrifice himself. He's too low.
Jiu ends up picking up the kill, even gets a blue buff as well. 2 kills now for this
Essence Reaver building, Sheen ready, blue buff Severe, sums up. Wow, Varus bought a Tia.
Varus is just so dangerous. It should be not too much of an issue here for Jiu now, with a couple of kills under his belt. Now with a Sheen. And we'll just look to try and clear out waves as much as possible. This is the problem with Sivir getting ahead, is that she just makes the lane non-interactive. You just wipe out waves over and over again. You don't need to worry about it. It's not necessarily a thing just yet, but it will be, as that Essence Reaver has certainly been fast-tracked for right now.
Especially when you get Essence Reaver. I mean, Essence Reaver Navori is really where you feel frustrating because you have infinite mana and infinite cooldowns. But
Essence
to already
Reaver
have a blue
Navori.
buff on a Sivir, I mean, one of the problems with Sivir is you're gated early by your mana, and you have a blue buff, so that's just not a thing.
So this Yorick versus Kennen, is that a big counter?
For this bot lane 2v2.
Do you just... I mean, I can see why on paper, right? You just survive the lane phase, Kennen has to group, you just side lane, you just throw the rats on him, he doesn't have very good way to deal with the rats, and he's a burst champ, right? So you just out-sustain him. I guess you're just a side lane Samuel, right?
We'll be starting off this first Cloud Dragon, so a little bit sad. Am I? So we don't get a Cloud Soul, but that's okay.
Peter, Peter, what are you doing, Peter? Wow, Piosik's crossing for the Drake. Are you sure you want? Why did they pull off the Drake? Isn't that a free Drake? What? You have Ignite Aurora mid ready for a fight. Ari's low mana.
Piozik helps to push mid and help Closer move down first, and I think the threat of the level 6 Ari was just a bit too much.
But he has flash.
Sort of engage in what could end up being a lot of resets for
Oh,
the
Wukong
Ari,
has a better
so
smite.
Understandably, they end up backing away.
Yes, I had none of the smite.
Alright, well.
This is our mandated look towards top lane.
Yeah.
Oh
Sometimes
my god.
You just have to do it, even if it's not all that interesting. Currently, things very, very even between the two. A little bit of a Mr. Pandaria theme for that particular Yorick skin.
Mr. Pandaria.
Which one is this?
I don't actually know what it's called, but it looks like a, what is it, the Shah, I think?
Oh, yeah, from, yeah.
Yeah, from this. Anyway, we do have the grand entrance coming on through, and there's a great charm onto Andil.
Yorick's first.
What?
Andil's just dead there, like that, dead.
As Yukal does offer
Like
a fair
that,
bit of
just
damage
dead,
back towards
dead.
Closer, who does have the ulti
What?
now on cooldown, but finds the charm as well, and Yukal just kind of
And now Yukal had to flash.
true damage on that Orbit Deception. And now Doctom also getting aggressive against Jiu. Let's see whether Jiu can actually stand his ground. It looks like
Okay, nice barrier. Doctam doesn't have combat sum, right? He has TP, so...
go back home.
Yeah, some heavy trading. Jiu even using the barrier there in that trade, and still it being about even in the end. Not committing the ult, though.
And what were we looking for here, DRX?
Who knows?
Had the inside track, and so it was never really going to be a good idea.
Yeah, also into Ari, Rakan, Wukong specifically, very hard to catch them, very easy for them to catch you, as you see in this moment as well. Yukal not respecting the
Silly
remaining
plays,
ult
silly
stacks that
plays,
Closer have.
silly plays.
Did get the cannon, though, so...
That's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this trio, I mean, that DNS clearly prioritized
I feel like
a lot
DNS is
the
better. Yeah, DNS
Rakan,
is a better
Ari,
team.
Wukong.
IMO.
It's so hard to set up on them. All of them have a ton of dashes. All of them can sort of, you know, with the Rakan can dash to either the Wukong or the Ari. They can go in, they can go out so easily. It's kind of like they
Sidestep.
choose to fight. If they see a
Lands
favorable
it.
situation, they will go in. If they don't, they will back off. It does mean it's hard to find these skirmishes. You kind of want to be looking for more for a setup where you can get onto, say, a mobile Varus. Is much easier to find a fight on.
Yeah. Let's see whether they can figure things out a little bit better as we move further forward. Because it hasn't looked like the DRX
Is it the
well-oiled
year of
machine
Dedu?
we have seen in some of their series
Yeah, I think
far
so.
this season.
It's the year of Dedu
So
and the
looking
year of
better than
Viklamont.
game number one. There's a nice little stun
Chat, we
there.
got so
Rich,
much to do this
but
weekend.
gets put into the
It's gonna be
Ghoul
legendary.
cage,
What
and
the
he may
fuck?
just die. Slicing Maelstrom does have to be used very
Move my
defensively.
champ challenge. No, the wife.
Okay, so the maiden falls.
Scheisse.
Dudu will have another one, I guess.
Just let it go.
In a while, but he just
We got
didn't really
6
seem to
Spirit
care.
Forge
Yeah,
Riftbound
that
boxes.
seemed
We got
very-
Kara has a hand to raid. We got some unboxing
Yeah,
stuff.
seem to not be too concerned. Does get the plate though. He'll take that.
Rich does manage to get the stun, but there's another goalie wall.
What? He just dove in? Just like that?
Yeah, did not
With
need to
Merc
stick around
treads
for
in his
that.
bag, that's it?
Did stick around for that.
Holy Yorick Mori.
And paid for it. And also, look at Dudu's items.
Oh, look at Rich, man. He's so tilted.
He didn't
Oh,
have much
yeah.
damage, just Merc treads.
But the cannon is absolutely
get better.
cooked now, right? He just died, lost flash, lost 2 plates, doesn't have TP to catch the top wave. Like, this lane is absolute.
Willer is going to make his way in. Let's see whether he can actually get there. It is Piozik that
Oh,
secures
the Varus
dragon,
will
but
still
can
hit.
actually win the fight.
Nice position by Yukal.
Finds between worlds, and
One.
down will go the Leona first.
Nice snipe.
Managed to get the
What?
fadeaway
Varus
onto
is
Piozik.
alive.
He's unable to escape. Is now Jiu getting aggressive. Great spell shield, the flash, and Jiu was able to lock down the Rakan.
Closer double kills him.
For Yukal is now Closer.
Reset.
He's taking matters into his own
Or,
hands, and
or,
Yukal is trying
E.
to get out of those hands as quickly as
Show me.
possible. There's the
Close.
interception, the
Ow!
push forward, but it's
Not enough, not enough.
And Closer, in fact, almost
Not
dies
enough,
to
not
the
enough, not
huge
enough.
fadeaway from Yukal.
Not
Man,
enough.
That was close.
both mid laners coming up huge in that fight. The target selection from
Really
them is
NT.
excellent. Oh, we'll get a replay
He
of
said,
this.
I can dive him.
No.
Yeah, he just doesn't even have much damage, so he doesn't
What
just
the
kill
fuck?
it with that first Q.
Oh, he knows top lane is so cooked.
Yeah,
Yeah, big
gotta feel
agree.
rough.
Big agree on that one.
So in this fight, Piozik nearly actually survives, which is crazy. He gets engaged.
I'm
onto,
surprised
he gets
Doctam
jumped,
lived
gets
this
the
long.
ult off and kills
I thought he was
Andal.
cooked here, but
And
Jiu
he
just
gets
stops
over the
hitting him.
wall, but Yukao manages to snipe in on the back end.
Is it better for Jiwoo to
and
just
then they
chase
start
the Varus
cleaning
there?
up.
Maybe it's
Yukao
fine
moves
because
in,
they killed the
helps Jiwoo secure this kill
Wukong.
onto Dokdam. And then it's closed again the reset. So both mid laners are last to survive, getting a lot of value here.
It's a lot of money for the Ahri.
So close.
Oh, man. If it was Closer that got the red buff, he would have probably got the kill.
He would have.
Unfortunately, Yukao got that one. He got the blue. And now, as it stands, almost 1,000 gold for DNS as far as their lead is concerned. They also have the first dragon as well.
I'm looking at top lane item
So
diff, and I'm thinking to myself,
fine. Spell shield just for a comment there.
Shy
At least you always get a consolation prize.
Yeah.
If you spell shield late against a Varus.
Still get the health back, right?
There you go. A little bit of something.
But it's a lead again for DNS, which doesn't...
No. It's all right. Nimbus Strike gets him.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's a lead again for DNS, which doesn't
Wait,
feel
my
too
camera's
good.
up
Is
here,
Bandle Pipes already...
AD Cannon is reportable. He's going
Yeah, it's
X-Tech
just-
Gunblade, right?
I thought we'd see a lot less Bandle Pipes with the fact they increased the cost.
Is Bandle
Peter's
Pipes good this
fully
game? He
committed
has
to the
on-hit.
Bandle Pipers.
He has
He's
Poke
just a
Varus.
musician.
But he has
at heart.
Wukong Yorick, I guess.
So
I don't think Bandle
fair
Pipes
play.
have that much value this game.
One of the issues
With
here for
Poke
DNS
Varus.
this time around is that it's a Sivir who has an advantage. DRX with money in the right spot. And they are now going to try and feed him.
What?
Solar Flare
Endel?
doesn't do too much as
What?
Piochik.
Dock
He's in
them?
great position, but that's a very wide ulti.
Wait,
out of
Endel went
Dokdam,
back
and
in?
So Chains of Corruption not hitting means the DNS is going to have to back away. Willow looking to make his way in. Finds the
Skill
one who comes
shots are
lightning, but
not landing
Peter
here,
is
gentlemen.
Still looking for more,
Oh, yours are.
especially after that. Piercing arrow does connect. Is now Rich looking for an angle.
Rawr, I'm
Angles,
Kennen.
just want to kill the
Yorick
minions.
gives a fuck.
No,
Walk the maiden away!
Just, yeah, please! Oh,
No.
50 gold over to Rich. Dude needs way better maiden management.
It's just...
He needs better maiden
he's just so
management.
uncaring, honestly.
It really is. It's distressing.
You know, Valentine's Day wasn't that long ago.
No, it was only a few days ago. Oh, man. Well,
Lost the cannon.
Dudu, certainly some feedback for him as we move past this game, but we do have to get through it first. Match point on the line as Piochik just steals away.
Was that
the red
smite
buff.
advantage for Wukong?
That might be a hint as to where he is on the coin flip. Looking pretty good at the moment with about a 400 gold advantage over his opposition. As Yukao, nice little avoidance there.
Rich
is
actually
looking
starts
like
pushing
he's
waves
feeling
in.
a little bit better here in this lane.
He has the Gunblade completed, and I do think the fact that this is an item does make Kennen
Yeah, wait till
do a
Yorick
fair
gets
bit better
Trinity
into
Force.
some of these trickier matchups, the sort of side lane split pushes, you have the sustain.
Ooh,
of the
Dokdam
item,
spacing a
of
bit there.
AD
You
as
love to
well.
see it.
Yep. He also has a cull ticking up, and so that'll help him mitigate the advantage just a little.
Come on, will I get that quest done?
spotted.
Dokdam,
dear.
you are dead. Farewell.
He
Or
does spot that there
good
is someone
brain.
there. Comment going to
Good
give
brain.
that one away, but it does mean that he's zoned away from this turret for now. We do have DRX all moving through this jungle. Andal spots that control ward, so they can move out of the way of that if they would like to as well, as Piochik on a ward.
W brain cells.
This is a lot of DRX territory here, but at least Dokdam was able to make it to the wave. Be able to pick that one away, as Willow
What?
gets
He
lit on
ignited him.
fire here preemptively. Hail of Arrows does come down to try and slow him up. Chains of Corruption max range, as they do throw a lot of their damage into the Crescent Guard, but Willow is still going to go down. Andal trying to escape, and DNS
Flash.
team fighting beautifully once again.
Oh,
Gio
get him,
trying his very
Piochik.
best to kite this one out.
170
Down
gold.
over Rakan.
He just got
Piochik does take
170
out
gold for that?
And Gio is looking real worse for wear at the
Cannon
end of that
TPing
play.
in. I'm
Well,
fucking out of this lane.
Coming on the flank, though.
Well, Closer
Yeah,
is cooked
Closer,
here.
He's
Oh, you're
looking
so
to be
dead.
his option, yeah. He's
But
just going to get
it's
shot
probably
with a gun,
fine in the long run, isn't
and
it?
a blade.
Cue the wave.
Cut with the blade, shot
The
with the gun,
minions.
and all with the same item. Closer is just dead. That is going to be the kill going over to Rich. A little bit of money back in his
Look,
pocket.
top tower. Bum,
hasn't
bum, bum,
like
bum,
No
bum.
TPs on the
Yeah,
rest
it's
of the
not
team,
really
so
Why does the Maiden keep coming back?
that big of a
It
deal.
knows that Dudu doesn't care. Wow.
because she loves him.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know,
Well, I guess Cannon got a
Love
shutdown, so it
is-
was worth
love
for
is
Cannon,
is
right?
a weird thing. Anyway, we do have DRX now back out onto the map. 8-7, a little bit more bloody is this game. Close to a kill a minute.
Aware.
Actually, we are at exactly a kill a minute. That feels pretty good. And this Drake, likely to even things out here.
a lot of ults on cooldown for this.
Oh, we're going between the worlds as Dokdam could be in a little bit of trouble. Yukao looking for the angle and does
Oh, the
find it.
E-flash,
There's
clean.
the solo bolo. Just leaving him a little bit on his lonesome as Dudu makes his way over. Yukal, I think, might be dead. Yeah, Soliflare not
Oh,
gonna help
Yorick
out,
gets another kill.
Scheiße. To the head with a shovel. They do
got the
trade
Drake
it for
DRX
Dragon,
though.
As 1-for-1 in that trade, and oh,
I just think
goodness,
they're just losing. The only like champ I think that's on DRX's comp that can carry this game is Severe,
so
but
it makes sense. He just immediately die afterwards.
she needs more time.
Chase down.
All right, Yorick and the Maiden are walking back towards the top lane, so I imagine DNS not wanting to fight this one too much.
I do think Dudu's got the right idea, though. You know, we have so many Yoriks who just keep trying to team fight, and
because the Merc, like, look at the items, right? Aurora, Ken, and Leona are playing against Mercs, La, Mont.
Maybe that was
so
a
it's Severe that has to just
it was like you need to be alone in the side
completely
lane,
carry the
and
game.
that's what he, that was the confusion.
I get it. Completely makes sense.
Okay, Docdam oversteps here a bit. Yukal slides in with the Rocket Belt and even flashes in for the kill. Does get the reset on the W, but Peter catches him with a knock-up, and then, yeah, you're just dead.
Yeah.
So goodbye.
I actually feel like Dudu's rotations have been really, really effective, though. Comes in, tidies up a kill or two, and then focuses back on the side lane immediately. DNS going to use their power in
what level are you in WoW right now? I'm 6-7.
And that will be secured by Pioshik. They do just make their way out. So, swift little take. DRX within touching distance, absolutely. I think this should even out the gold almost entirely as Rich takes down this turret. It's going to be second of the game, first for DRX. Not getting that first.
Why aren't they matching Yorick into Kennen?
Like so maybe not going to give them that much of a gold injection, as now Willer is looking to try and take down Dudu. Man,
why is Yorick on the weak side?
Actually working out very effectively as Yukal comes over.
What the fuck? He's a tanky boy.
And Dudu just wants out. Pioshik's making his way in though.
No
so
flash.
Maybe he wants back in again.
Reds! Oh my god, that damage.
This Yorick
What
is
the
a big
fuck?
problem here for DRX.
No flash on Leona either. Reds!
Just gonna get charmed up and destroyed. It's a double.
He's not weak side. We will collapse in time because he will survive that long.
Good response from DNS.
God, Sivir is just standing there like, bro, I can carry this game, I swear to God, you just need to stop dying on sides.
Is that the collective noun of ghouls? A flock?
I don't think so.
I didn't know they were avian. It's interesting.
Avian flock. That's a bird.
I don't know what the actual... I don't know what it is.
Wait, maybe I could, if I just Google it, maybe I can figure it out.
Maybe we should know. This is a leading opportunity.
The collective noun of ghouls. Maybe there is one.
Ghoulies.
I'm not entirely sure.
It's ghoulies.
While there is no single official collective noun for ghouls, ones used commonly in fantasy and horror contexts are a rot of ghouls.
A rot of ghouls.
A rot of ghouls. I like that one a lot.
There we go.
A rat of ghouls.
Yeah.
Because it also sounds like I have a speech impediment while I'm saying that there's lots of ghouls. Oh, that's a rot of ghouls.
It's a really strong accent.
Yeah. Yes, maybe it's not
Bro,
even a speech,
what?
but maybe I've just decided to have an accent when I'm talking about ghouls. And that makes me feel fancy. Okay, back on track. Sorry, everyone. We are going to see whether DRX can find a way back in here, as Docdam does get hit by a double tap of the boomerangs, and they do manage to take themselves a plate. And DNS's gold lead is not exactly substantial. I think we're going to see a real change in this game in about a minute and a half.
It still feels pretty close, but I think Dudu's an issue in the side lane, and I just think the Wukong Ari is so strong. But it's Jiwoo. It's can Jiwoo survive the initial engage from the other side? That's the question mark. But it's going to come down to that dragon fight, as you said. So Hextech Soul obviously puts a lot of emphasis on it. We have a lot of team fighting tools.
Is it LEC Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Is it 4 days, right?
It's 2 items on to this Yorick, as well as Closer doesn't have quite as many. Does have to use the ulti to get himself out of there. Pioshik once again
Yo, the Proto Belt
in
diff.
position. Great Orbit Deception there to make sure that Yukal takes as much damage as possible. Yep. I think it certainly is a fair bit of flipping heads. Man, that's a rot of ghouls. I really love it, man. I love it. This is my favorite collective now.
You know what's really sad?
What's really sad?
A lot of people have really talked about the pros of Fearless. But you're only going to be able to use a rot of ghouls once this series. Like for one game. Yeah.
Oh, why did you have to say it?
I'm sorry.
Say it for this
but
whole
get
game.
the most out of it in this game is what I'm saying.
I mean, if you've you have the most experience with the Slurkle, you know that I'll get the most out of it.
Oh, I know.
When there is a new thing to say, We'll be saying.
A rod of
you'll bring it
ghouls.
up in the
Alright, Drake's up.
as well. You're like, wow, this reminds me of last game when we had a rod of ghouls.
Exactly. Do you know what they could use? They could definitely use a rod of ghouls right now. All right.
Oh, big ult. What the fuck? Well, there goes their biggest carry. So the fight is probably unwinnable now for DRX.
And DRX not going to
Willa, you have flash? What? You went in? What? Oh, and he flashes too? What? The fuck? Yo, Andil, bro. This is what I mean about Andil. Sometimes he has the games where he's like...
Both teams had a lot of tools available.
He's completely smurfing, and then he has games like this where you're just wondering what the fuck is happening.
Well, they just died. So, yeah, definitely felt like one team hit the mark better than the other.
He's just so inconsistent.
Dudu is just focusing on trying to take away.
He's protesting. I mean, if my AD carry did what you did, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
We'll put that in the positive comment.
I don't blame him.
For DRX.
It does distract
like, how did
Willa
Sivir
enough
even get caught
for that
here?
Drake to be completely
It's
free.
impossible. It's completely criminal what Sivir is doing.
Shielding the Rain of Arrows,
Criminal. Completely
not
criminal.
the best play.
No.
I actually think they could have won the team
in
fight
order
if
to do
Sivir
that,
doesn't do
they need to
that.
flash the Chains of Corruption. And then
Yeah, look, we didn't need to.
You know what? I
need
respect
to,
it. I respect
to focus
it.
on
just because you
Zenith.
can doesn't mean you should.
Yes. I think that's what we learned.
Yeah, and Andil's been having a rough series, which feels bad because he's been so good in the LCK Cup.
Well, Rich is
What the fuck, that
trying not
wall?
to die underneath this turret. Doesn't have an arm guard, does have to flash.
Cannon, no flash.
Yukon looking to make his way in. Oh god, again! The Maiden is turned into 50 gold for the enemy team. Dudu is really, he just wants to be alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rich did kind of just go in, get ghoulie walled, and just, yeah, have to flash out. Cannon flash being down. It will be down for Dragon as well. Not ideal.
Yeah, that's going to be up in 4 minutes' time, and that will be Soul Point for DNS, and it's Hextech Soul Point as well. And they have a lot of poke with this Varus, so that Hextech Soul will get a lot of value.
Surely this game was really winnable if DRX did not pick Leona, gave Andil a button that doesn't go in, and put him on Lulu, and had Sai on top, blind.
Even though this game
Surely the game is way more playable.
Neared its conclusion just yet.
Go on, Max, say it.
It's feeling a little bit dire.
It feels like the tempo vibes.
It really does, man.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I appreciate you. Thank you for being the one to say the tempo vibes before me. So I knew
you wanted to say it, right? But you didn't want to be the first to bring it up, so...
Oh, you're just the best, Orcs. All right, well, let's see whether DRX can do anything to mitigate the overwhelming presence.
They do.
Overwhelming.
They do have big, cool, circle-based ultimates, right?
Yeah.
So there is that they have going for them, but it's just, it feels like they haven't been able to really have those circles overlap, you know, at the same time.
DRX comp doesn't have damage. Well, their damage is severe.
Circles, then that feels like a Beyblade arena, and then that feels exactly
But
like
the problem is this game's still going to take about 7 or 8 minutes for them to win.
So that's what DRX need to try and do.
Unless they can blow the game open on side lane, it's just going to be a dragon stacking.
Something that they can do anything about
I don't think DRX will, DNS will ever click Nash with Poke Varus.
Getting very large. Look at this crystalline overgrowth. It is about to
Why is
pop.
he letting the red
He's
tie?
decided
Bonk
not to
that
press
shit.
the button, wants to eliminate as many of these minions as possible. As yeah, Rich, he knows that there are people in there, but because there are people in there, he cannot make it towards the turret. So that one definitely goes down, takes a bunch of his minions with it. As DRX looking for a cross map, but there is no one really presenting themselves, and there is a lot of vision here for DNS, so they still have a lot of information as to what's going on here. And Gio is going to get interrupted. They now know
he needs
that
LDR.
That ward is there.
Does he need LDR though? I feel like he should have gone IE maybe, no? I guess Wukong has passive
when
armor.
you're putting so much pressure on the side lane like this, the response typically is stop Baron, right? But this season, Baron's so hard to kill.
Big pick, big pick, big pick, big pick.
Not looking that hard to kill.
No,
Big
I
pick,
think
big
he's
pick, big pick.
Oh, yeah. Duda comes up, and that is going to be Docked Arm delivered the kill.
Yeah, Baron's so hard to kill that just DRX, even with both solo is pushing in.
Baron doable though. They have Varus ult.
Not even putting any sort of pressure towards the Baron. DNS eventually go find whatever.
Just give it. But Cannon's peer pressuring his team to fight this, by the way. He says, I have a TP ward and a tri-bush behind them, and I'm level 16, we should fight. What the fuck did Peter just... What the fuck?
Peter is going to go down before really doing too much of anything at all. Andil looking a little worse for wear right in the mixer and will get taken down. The rest of DRX trying to do some work. And Gio spell shield now on cooldown. They see that.
The Yorick Flash E engage. Into the cage! Into the cage. How did he get in the cage?
Put them all on the ground.
The team
turned them into a rot of ghouls.
They literally did. And Dudu, finding the team fight power of the Yorick, apparently, catches the Sivir.
Did Yorick Flash E click backwards and then W?
Was there a little muffin in the middle?
What just happened?
Something like that?
Maybe a cupcake. Yeah,
so Peter's engage was disgusting. This was so disgusting. I think he's over-forcing so hard.
Gets stunned again by Rich.
He needs to wait a bit longer.
Yes,
and then,
return, but a 1-for-1 trade and stop in the
what happens to Yorick?
This is okay.
He's in a Flash E
though, so they're a bit uncomfortable.
now.
Spell shields at the wrong time.
And then he just oh god. Wait, Dudu's kind of goated on Yorick though.
Completely misplays that entire passage.
There wasn't a lot of redeeming that.
No, no other way to spin it.
No.
Everything.
He's kind of clean.
At least you get to just pick up the whole lot of that team fight and put it straight into the comms column.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to worry about sorting it. No, we know where it all goes.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And now, DNS pick up. They've already got the Baron. They've already got a huge gold lead. They got a third dragon as well.
8,000 gold lead. That's a big one.
Yeah, what up, Rick Curlis?
It's just crazy
How you
that
doing?
his flash was burned by like a flash glob from Yorick. And then he gets caught by a ghoulie wall. The team fighting Yorick.
No, he didn't get caught by it. He wandered into it.
He did walk into it.
Oh, dear. Well, now DNS are bearing down on the structures of DRX.
Look, if you have a trap with a little bit of cheese in and it catches a mouse, you still say it caught the mouse, even though
What
the
the
mouse
fuck?
wandered
What the
into
fuck?
it.
Oh, that is a good point.
What the fuck?
But there was no cheese.
No, leave the mouses alone.
There was no cheese.
That we saw, you know.
Ah, okay. The hidden cheese is deadliest. As Ju's trying his very best to clear out these minions, he is Sivir, so he can at
Why
least do that relatively
okay, this is going to be a really strange question,
this crystalline
okay?
overgrowth is going to get popped. Dudu comes on over. Man, that shovel is very powerful.
But it makes sense if you think about it, the question. Why? Wait, I'll wait till the team fight.
But it looks like DRX will play
because this is actually serious.
Not going to die for an inner turret right now. But this inhibitor turret is likely to fall. The siege capability of this composition is actually quite high, especially with the 1-4 that they do have available. It's very, very strong. As DRX, they need to force something.
Andil just left.
Andil, he's leaving. They're starting a fight.
He just left. He said, I'm out. And now he's recalling.
Even where Rich died, but
he's
he
literally
very much did. And Andil is now just looking very uncomfortable on the wrong side of the fight. Help me, Orcs.
They just blew up Rich. No chance of engaging with the cannon gone. Looks like
and now he's running back in.
Much over.
Yeah.
Ju and Yuko can try.
I'm flanking, guys. Look, Varus.
Well, he is going to use it now. Presses that button.
Oh, they got one. Hold up.
Down, but the Sivir is already very dead, and now Yukal is very alone. No. He'll get taken out. Kyoshik is able to lock that one up as Andil finally
all right, JJ.
There's no one left alive, and DNS will be moving towards match point in this best of 5.
All right, important question. What do horses and cows eat? They eat grass. Why? Because it spawns in the ground naturally. But rats and mice eat cheese. But cheese doesn't spawn naturally. It comes from a cow. So why do they like cheese?
DNS and Kyoshik, I mean, the form he's in, it's heads all the way. Woodid is going to be beyond smug.
Why is it that we think that rats and mice eat cheese when the cheese doesn't come naturally to them?
Really put up too much resistance. Also, the thing that feels
the cheese is from the cow. Every other animal that eats food spawns naturally around them.
This is not the form that we've seen DRX in previously.
It's only cartoons, they don't need cheese.
Whether or not they can come back,
but I thought if you put a trap down to catch a mouse, you put a cheese in it.
That form show up today.
Think about it. It's actually a valid question. It's a valid question. Don't say fucking question mark things.
Frankly, they haven't shown up yet.
Yeah, this team has showed much better League of Legends than what we've seen so far today, so hopefully Joker has some secret stuff.
They're omnivores.
We were talking about backs against the wall. Well, this is as far as
okay, then why do the cartoons show cheese for rats and mice? Why? Everyone thinks about cheese.
as his team can be. Let's see whether they can channel some of that as we move towards a shot break. The space is then going to break down game number 2. Then we'll have the third one and the match point for DNS.
Well, if you're a kid and you watch cartoons all day and you see the rats eating cheese, then you would presume that they eat cheese. I say that's a failure in the education system from cartoons. Because look at me now. I'm getting made fun of by chat. Do rats really eat cheese? Bro, this is such a lie. Contrary to popular belief and cartoon portrayals, rats do not naturally prefer cheese over other foods, but they'll eat it if nothing available exists. This is such a fucking weird... They like nuts, grains, sweet foods, and meat. The misconception originated in medieval times when cheese was one of the few high-calorie foods that wasn't just securely stored in jars and hung up like salted meat. This made it easily accessible for the rodents. The stereotype was then perpetuated from popular cartoon medias. You see? Everyone's childhood just got ruined. Just like that. Just like that. Snap.
끝나긴 했어. 끝내면 될 때 끝내면 돼. 레오나 노플이야. 레오나까지 잡자. 바로 줄게. 잡아봐. 노플이야. 야 월말이야. 나이스. 어떤데? 좋은데?
I'm gonna blow your mind. Did you know that milk is bad for cats, even though in every cartoon they drink it? Yeah, but that's way less egregious. That's way less egregious. It's the same, bro. Everything you've been taught to do is wrong. Like, when you're walking down the street, la 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 la, and you see a pond on the ground, okay? And in that pond, you see a duck. Scheiße. And you think, cute duck. I'm gonna give the duck a piece of bread. And you throw the bread at the duck. And the duck eats it. It's actually really bad for it. Don't give him bread, because then he gets stuck in his throat and he dies. Or is it not his throat? Maybe it's his gut. One of the two. One of the two. Don't give ducks to, bread to ducks. Don't do that. Don't give bread to ducks. Is it bad to give ducks bread? Yes, it's considered bad to feed ducks bread. While bread's not immediately poisonous, it's low in nutrition and high in carbohydrates. It acts as a filler that can lead to malnutrition, diseases, and environmental issues. What? I thought they just died when they ate it. What? Someone told me that they just died.
2,000 gold behind this Ash, and then he's like, maybe I can play this. Maybe I can play this. I got 3.
You're thinking of birds and rice? What the fuck are you on about? Who feeds a bird rice? What are you on about?
Do we think that DRX can kill Lucid with 4 people? I mean, Showmaker's going to come on over and make it a little bit uneven as Lucid flashes out of the way. Gets a big ol' heal. As in goes
Why would you feed a bird rice? You give him fish.
Triple immediately for Q, and is this now the DRX comeback as Showmaker gets dashed on and eliminated?
You have to play differently without flashes, right? They can't push an advantage as much without them.
Okay, I'm done with this chat. I'm done. I think no matter what I say, it's gonna be question marked, and I'm gonna get fucking gaslit.
Was moving forward. Now he's got Pilchik here as the kick does come out. That is going to put an end to the trade. Raptor also still having his. Oh,
Bum 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 bum.
Now he's able to flash away, and there's nothing that Yoshi can do.
That was slick from Raptor. Raptor finishing the Eclipse as well. Has that one-eye spike. And I think DNS is being quite ready for disrespecting a little bit.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Is this Alan Walker remix? Wait a minute then. Yo! Yo, turn the beat up. What the fuck? I'm faded! Bum 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 bum.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the space. DRX made this one a little bit closer, but ultimately DNS and their lane kingdom, like Woodid has predicted, is now one win away from moving further on in the playoffs. Got here alongside Wolf and Woodid. Closer, but not yet close enough for DRX.
I feel robbed. I saw these two team names, DNS, DRX. I thought this goes 5 for sure. It's going to be scrappy. It's going to be messy. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. And DRX predictors are only crying at the moment. I was promised DRX versus DNS, but I only see is DNS versus 5 players who aren't talking to each other or coordinating.
Surprised you became a streamer. Don't get me wrong, you're in 10 minutes, second to none. However, I really think you should excel as a professor. Thanks for teaching us something new every day.
The draft wasn't better. The coordination wasn't either. And I think this is going to be a 3-0, gents. I don't see any comeback if we're playing like this.
Are you going to play Wild Midnight? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Chat, wait, hold up. I got something to show you.
Varus into Sivir. It works in lane, but you don't really pick Varus only for the lane, but also for the pressure, the zone control when it comes to objectives. So I feel like Varus is just still really high priority pick when it comes to the
Look what
draft.
DK sent
like
me. Look what DK sent me.
So
Look at this. Damn. Hey. Hey, look what they sent me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It says 2 Caedrel by everyone.
And you have to blind your top lane
W's.
and you have the worst matchup
The
on the top lane
WDK.
as well. So what's the point?
Might I suggest if we're going to play Sivir, maybe just a frontliner in the top lane, a safe blind top lane?
Yeah, like Zion.
They sent me loads of stuff. They sent me a jacket. They sent me a
felt
scarf.
Kind of okay here. And poor Rich,
Is
he
my
had
mic
one of those
broken?
moments we talked about in the pre-show.
They sent me a scarf.
On his cannon, dying solo there trying to defend.
They sent me
his
some buttons.
So yeah, I mean, maybe some of you might think that I'm just coin flipping on my prediction, but in theory, I really think that
He was just smarter than us.
Yeah, I just really think that DNS improved a lot in terms of the gameplay, right? And DRX, I don't know, like I don't see them having like great fundamentals in the basic stats. So that's why I feel the huge gap between these two teams.
Yeah, and maybe you start to feel some of the pressure because our first highlight here has
Look
to
at
do
this.
with vision.
Oh,
you
yes.
can't just walk
Oh,
into
yes.
the other side of the jungle
Oh, yes.
and expect the other team
We're
to
gonna
not
open the
respond
shit
to
out of
the
those this weekend.
So yeah, Wheeler
Yes.
and Andil tries to use the bot priority to get the red buff right here.
But
Did he
Gio's
say
not
rat?
interested, by the way.
No.
He's not interested. He's leaving.
Did he say
They're
rat?
like, wow,
No, I'm not a
the AD carry is
scalper. I
gone.
pre-ordered
Let's
this
see if
shit
they're
in
still there.
October.
Oh man, he thinks he can take. Like Peter is like, he thinks he can take this. What is he thinking? He thinks he can take this. AD carry's still not here, by the way.
What are they doing? Like they have to fully commit, or they just cannot do the red. So if you want to get the bot priority, then
Thursday, the
push the red.
30th
If
of
you wanna go
October
red,
at
just give up one level
5:55
of the
p.m.
priority and get
6
red all
Riftbound
together.
Spirit
Gio
Forge
also,
pre-order
by the way,
boxes.
he's just like, God,
Chills.
my teammates, my family, it's not backing me up here. Still gets a kill on the way out. He's fine.
Chills.
But like, this is just another symptom of the bigger coordination issue here.
No, I didn't get it from the Riot website. You can't order from the Riot website. It's impossible. You have to find your local card stores.
Play around that power spike there. Time for more.
This one's like quite close to my house.
As much as DNS ends up catching this throw, this is again going in when you're going out. And
if you don't play the game with cards, what's the point? Because then you can collect.
The wrong spell.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
And I've said it several times. Andal takes every.
Wait, don't scalpers like buy them and then resell them for twice the price?
And he's like, you know what?
Isn't that what scalpers do?
If I set this up, maybe Rich gets a massive ultimate here. Goes in by himself. Rich is like,
hell no.
Not going in.
Hell no.
I mean, this is definitely a mental boom.
I'm gonna sell it for 3 times the price. Who wants them?
Having a, like,
who wants them?
Out of these games, you know. So I don't know. It's really rough for them right now.
Yeah, and I think it goes back to at the beginning of that draft. Who are they prioritizing? It was the player that we suggested they prioritize after game 1, which was Willer. Here's a champ for you to go ahead and try and dictate the game. And I mean, it was like 7-6 by the time that we showed the first highlight. It was so like already out of an normal early game plan here.
It ended up being 0-5 by the time we got to those last few team fights on this Xinjiao that they first picked for him. I think you need to play through bottom lane only and set Gio up for success. That's how they made it this far.
Yeah.
And I just am not seeing that here out of this team, and I'm not seeing coordination in 5v5s, which is how ultimately you win the game.
And also
check the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Full Arts. Nah, the game fell off after after Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Selection, because you can actually pick either first pick or second pick. So it's really just important to what you want to plan in the draft, like throughout the game, because you can't really talk that much between the games, right? So you have to be really quick on what you want to do. And now they figured out the first pick is not working out for them, and now they try to be the second pick for their counter pick on the top side at least, because he was struggling on lane. And I think DRX, if they want to have the better gameplay, then they should be okay in lane at least.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple of those moments there with Rich where throughout the season he's had those highs. I mean, you talked it, but then that Kennen play where he's trying to go in and maybe trade for the kill and gets flashed on, it hurts the momentum. And we've talked about it, this team is a momentum team.
Well, you saw Rich there on the player cam not looking like he's feeling too hot. We heard the sigh from him after the solo kill. If BNK and against T1, this is the exact opposite of that. Your back's against the wall.
Next month is my 18th month as a sub. By my calculations, you owe me $30,000. That's not true.
Then also understand you have to reverse sweep to win this series.
Well, 2 gentlemen on the LCK side predicted the 3-0 sweep. Let's see if Jonas Strong and Wadid are correct, or will we...
Wait, who's the longest sub in the chat? Is it Babkiss? He's on 54 months.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for that breakdown of game number 2. And yes, I think Mental Boom is probably what a lot of people are thinking.
Mark is on
let's
14.
see whether that is going to trickle over.
Wait,
into
14?
this game
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
I have a feeling that perhaps it may...
Transcendence on 45.
What are your thoughts, Ox?
It's hard to bounce back in a situation like this.
Wait, Maxwell must be stacked. 66! Holy!
More of them. We do get to see them show some of that play we saw earlier in the
51. Yo, Maxwell clears, by the way. Maxwell clears. Maxwell hard clears.
Peter Punch! It's interactive.
The Peter Punch. Oh my god. Wait, there's a hold as well, so you can put your...
It'd be really rough to go like this because it's hard not to focus on and remember most the series you played last. And if you leave in a 3-0 manner, it's going to really put a dampener on and make you forget all the...
Why do you make it weird? Like, I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself because I knew you would think it was weird. I know sometimes I say something and I have to stop myself because I know the second I say it out loud, everyone's just going to be fucking weird about it. But then me stopping made it weird.
Yep, but they need to bounce back.
Jesus.
Counterpick this time around, in theory. Hopefully that means that Rich gets a better matchup. Hopefully it means that Andal's going to be feeling a little bit more comfortable here.
In 9 days, my sub number goes to a number I don't want to see, chat. Yo, Maxwell.
The game wasn't really about him in the end. As the Bard going to be taken away once again.
Thoughts on Arsenal bottling the league for the 4th time in a row?
Well.
Arsenal fell off since Thierry Henry, buddy.
Ground in this series because a lot of the picks you would expect to have to ban on second pick have already gone, right? The Rumble, the Varus. In some series, they stay as staple permabans for second pick. They're already out the window, and DNS are banning Yunara as first pick, so it just gives a lot of comfort over to DRX. They're going to keep banning away the Nocturne from Pyosik. They're continuing to ban that Gwen away as well.
And what does it mean for
what the fuck? I'm typing in my WoW guild Discord chat, and I just got fucking spam warning and banned by a bot called My Priest. The fuck is this?
You know, if they had a fourth ban, maybe they'd ban Anivia.
What the fuck is this?
If the Rise now gets banned away, then the Vi gets through. And that could be a lot of power for Pyosik as well. We know that he has enjoyed
Cassio ban. Alright, looking for the Rise. I don't think it matters though. I think DRX let them have the Rise. Let them have the Rise.
Into the Rise, but the problem is, what if you end up
We play the Anivia. We play the Anivia. Oh, Pyosik Lee Sin man, sucker.
The Lee Sin they're looking for. Lee Sin ban's a good one, because Lee Sin Rise, super strong combo. The point and click CC to set up the Sonic Wave.
They're gonna play Rise Hecker Rim, watch out.
It looks like it is going to be DN Supers committing to that Rise. 100% win rate in playoffs so far.
Okay.
Gnar? Anivia? Anivia?
I don't massively see the logic behind.
Well,
Vi. Good champ.
Pick. You have counter pick. Why
very good champ.
Locking in the Gnar this early on?
No. No.
DN Supers considering their options in this
There's
situation.
like a Camille brewing here somewhere.
That seemed like a tilt lock to me from Rich, who hasn't necessarily looked very confident on the cam. As now Pyosik toying with a few different ideas, obviously.
I don't like it. I don't like Jarvan. I feel like he needs to pick something crazier.
The J4.
Yeah, Jarvan.
The Jarvan is not doing it for me.
This early in the draft, because you don't really know what you're going up against. But
Jax.
Some of the mobile picks have been taken away, and it is just generally strong. Could be playing with Talia. So Talia Vi, pretty strong, pretty potent. We've seen a lot of Talia into the Rise. Rise has been doing a lot better than the Talia, if we're being honest. And Jax into Gnar, a matchup that the Jax can.
You love Jarvan in the LEC? Yeah, but it's different to just pick Jarvan into Vi Gnar.
Feeling like he is happy to take that one himself.
I kind of like the Jax though.
And then DN Supers looking to ban away.
But against Talia, it's quite rough. Kalista ban, Lucian ban, maybe, I think maybe Nico ban is good.
It's interesting that DRX banned
Nico.
Why would you ever want to play Kalista into Vi Talia? That sounds like absolute nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that.
So interesting they opt to take that one away.
I wonder if they ban Zaya. But Rakan is out, you know.
I mean, I guess they banned it because they don't want to play.
I want Nico, yeah, Nico ban.
Something like that. Maybe that's,
but do you have anything into Nico? Is there anything you can play into Nico? You could play Corki Nami here, I think, on 4-5 into Nico. Is it winning?
Something like that. Not entirely sure. Instead, they're going to be taking away the
They ban Corki. What? Aren't you trading Corki Nico if you're leaving it open?
Going to be taking an 80 carry. We'll just have to see exactly what that is going to be.
Because if they pick Nico, can't you go Kaisen? If they pick Corki, can't you go Kaisen Nico with Karma ban? And if they go Nico, you can go Corki Nami. Why did they ban Corki?
If you do, then augment the lane with a
I don't like the Corki ban.
The problem is just playing it into the Jarvan is risky.
Because now what? Now you can't pick Corki Nami.
But the problem is Nico into Jarvan
I think
is honestly
Corki Nami was the answer here. Now what do you pick?
And then the Rocket Belt doesn't offer anything. I've seen a lot of times playing Nico into Jarvan.
I would love to know.
We'll see what DN Supers end up going here. It is
Ziggs.
into a Vi. It is into a Nico. Ezreal's gone.
Oh, Zaya what? Oh god, don't pick Zaya Lulu.
I guess. Maybe?
Might be a rough time in lane.
Elise would be an interesting choice.
Yeah, the combo bombing
Zaya Elise.
Nico. Elise has a lot of burst potential.
Oh my god, they're doing Zaya Lulu. Oh my god, I think they should just not ban Corki. They should ban like an 80 carry or something like that they're scared of, and they should just play Corki Nami.
And this is
like they should ban Caitlyn, I think. Maybe. And just play Corki Nami. And if they pick Corki, they go Kaisa Nico. If they go Nico, you go Corki Nami. Jarvan adds if you like, so channel to one pack.
You know, it's a 80 carry who isn't too concerned about the threat of the Jarvan. Right, you have ways to get out of that, ways to mitigate it. It's very much a dive-focused composition for DRX. You know, it's pretty straightforward what you want to do. Yes, it's not the easiest task because you are dealing with like a Lulu peel, a Zaya has self peel, Ryze is a little bulky. But if you get that early momentum, right, you should be in a good spot. You also have a Nico to bridge the lane for the Kai'Sa. My main concern is, obviously DNS have been on an absolute tear this series, but also this Rise and the power that represents. But I think they have some decent tools. That's how I feel about them coming out of this draft. It's just whether they can execute is a big question.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. And I, for one, just want a little bit more League of Legends today. Feel a little bit cheated that we haven't had very much of it. I was expecting that this was going to be a pretty long one, as man, she has got a lot of tickets to go and see DRX, and let's see whether she can be rewarded here with some extra time at the Chijijik Lol Park. As Lulu Xayah, not a lane that we've seen all that much of since when it was very, very popular in the Ardent Sensor meta. And we'll just have to see whether once again Dr. and Peter are going to have a great time here on the Rift. Let's get onto it here. Match point for DNS as we load up into Game 3. All right, here we are onto the Rift for the third game of this series, possibly the last. As DRX, if they decide to show up now, maybe, you know, maybe we could get some Silver Scrapes queued up, you know? Maybe that's the angle that we're going to go towards. I was very adamant that it was going to be a long day today, and I feel cheated that it's not. So,
well, you don't know yet.
You don't know yet. It could be a reverse sweep. It could be a reverse sweep. I'm looking at DNS's draft and I'm thinking it's definitely a possibility.
I apologize.
The first time in the game, in the series, where I think DRX is going to cook.
You're doing a pretty good job. You are setting that up.
My friend Chronicler said that curses aren't real.
And we fired him for it, so...
Oh, yeah, true, we did. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, Mom. That was a pretty speedy response, and I feel put in my place. I'll try to stop with the curses. I've gotten so used to it, though. I feel like I do it all the time. That Blooming Burst got a lot of value.
And we fired him for it.
On there for Andal.
Yeah,
wait.
Peter and Dr. doing a decent job of trading so far on the lane.
Wait, why did they last pick Kai'Sa? I've just realized. I just stun-locked myself.
Looking all right.
They last picked Kai'Sa into Xayah, Lulu.
You're not going to connect there out of Dr. though.
Why didn't they just pick fucking Caitlyn?
Trading with these feathers and just getting some chip damage in.
These recalls are actually working out quite effectively. As obviously in the early stages, the Kai'Sa is not having the most fun time. As Rich with Meganar charging up is likely to be all right. You mentioned it already.
Maybe they have Rise. Maybe Caitlyn's a bit scary.
That he really likes the
no, I think Caitlyn cooks here.
Not a lot of people do.
Caitlyn cooks into Xayah, Lulu, doesn't it? That should cook.
Can do okay.
You also have Talia Vi.
Depends on how the game sort of shakes out. Right now, Dudu is doing just fine, as we can see.
Like, I'm of the opinion, okay, this is the way I see the game, okay? I have this logic of like 2, 3, 4, okay?
Talia's win rate is,
so like,
really
I think Vi Talia is a great pairing of dive, okay?
You know, we've had the Azir Orianna trades, we've had a lot of Rise Talia trades.
But
so
3 of the same, okay, so there's 2 of the same, 3 of the same, and 4 of the same, okay? I think you need 2 of the same or 4 of the same.
If she's into other stuff,
ignore the Nico, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Talia into
so they have Talia, Vi, Kai'Sa, right? These 3 champs make sense together. But I think it's better that you have Caitlyn here, and you have a winning bot, and you scale, because the 2 together will still work, and the 3rd is insurance. But if this is Ambessa, right? Then you have 4 of the same. So you have Kai'Sa, Talia, Vi, Ambessa. Then I think it's good. Then I think Kai'Sa is great. It's worth to lose the lane for it. But I think if you have 3 of the same, it's useless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's better to like for example, having like Jinx, Lulu or something with Talia Vi. I think it's good to over-index into something if you full send it. But if you, or if you have a little bit of it, but if you half-ass it, it's better to have more reliability in the late game. So like, I think Kate Nico having a winning lane and more scaling is better unless you have more dive to dive harder, to lose the lane, to make it make more sense, you know?
Andal's in a lot of trouble. Does manage to throw down a Blooming Burst there, but
I know you can say Nico's part of the equation, but it's not really, because Nico's like the bridge. Nico can win the lane if you give her a good AD carry, or she can graciously lose the game.
Decides, nope, I need to go back.
You know?
Yeah, lane not going too hot. So I was talking about how the Nico obviously help Kai'Sa get
through. There needs to be more balance in the universe.
But not really working out. Now Jiwoo, you're getting dove.
Yeah.
Because the game just looks horrible now. Like, I get it, you are a diving champ, but you don't have that much dive, and now you're also losing the lane, and...
Yeah, I think before Closer got there, the chances of Jiwoo surviving were maybe like, you know, 3 to 5%.
Yep.
Closer turns up straight to
It's
zero.
kind of like the rule. I guess another way to describe the rule is, let's say you have Azir, Jinx, Lulu, right? I think 3 is trash. I think if you have Azir, Jinx, Lulu with like Gnar, Vi, or any top jungle, it's trash. But if you have Azir, Jinx, Lulu with Sion, and you have 4, I think yeah, I see it. You know, we're indexing into the scaling. I get it. We're front to back. But if we're playing indexing front to back scaling, and you have like Jax, Pantheon, it just doesn't make sense, right? But if you have like Azir, Azir, let's say you have the Azir, Pantheon, Jax. If you remove one of the bot laners to make it make sense, so it's less indexing on scaling. So let's say you have like Jinx, I don't know, and you change the Lulu for like a melee support. Then you have 2 of the scalers. So it kind of makes sense, you know? Or if you have like Varus with the Lulu, or Varus with the scaling support, or like Corki with the Nami, you know? The Corki, it works together, but it's also better mid-game.
And so DNS still with a decent gold advantage after that first blood, but the Dragon going over to DRX
Corki, Nami, OME.
Than what we've seen from them in the prior games. That's a little bit of a demonstration as to how things have been going so far in this series. DRX haven't quite managed to make it work. As now UCal may have to use the flash as there's Cataclysm.
Josik didn't want to do that, but he had to because he's committed too much time. Are you fucking dead?
So much damage has to flash.
Oh, Docdam thought. Peter! Did Peter just get 187 gold for 2v2 killing the enemy bot? Did he just get 187 gold? What?
Feeling really good for DNS. You know, Yoshik goes mid, instantly ults as soon as he gets it, trades that cooldown for the flash, big pickup, and then bot lane, Docdam out trading Jiwoo constantly in this lane, manages to find the Feather Call, and then Peter, it feels even better because you're trading summoners. You know, Jiwoo's flash goes down, you trade your support flash, you get the kill secured. Just in a great spot already, and that bounce back from DRX just doesn't seem to be coming through.
It's not there yet.
Is there any exceptions?
I wouldn't hold your breath, ladies.
I don't know if there's any exceptions to that rule. I mean, maybe I think, for example, like obviously it's like a poke comp could be an exception, you know, like if you have Jace, what the fuck?
We got the zoom from Jonah Strong as well. Rich does have that Mega Nart charging
if you have like Jace, Zoe, Jhin, I think that's fine. 3 of them is good.
Here in this top lane. But Dudu, I think, won the mental
I think having more
I think
poke will help
every
Jace,
top
Zoe,
laner
Jhin.
feels like that playing into a Gnar
Probably more frontline.
Yeah,
they're losing every lane. It's just fucking pride. Look how much gold Peter gets, look. 187 on a 0-1 Kai'Sa.
We've got another fight that looks very similar. Now the Vi comes forward.
Is it even worth to play the game at that point? Is it even worth?
No option to use that Feather Storm at all. And now Closer is in the back of this pit, has to flash, and doesn't waste any time doing so. We'll get the ping out on that control ward as well. So DRX back on the board.
Good flash there from Willa. Had to make sure the CC was layered, otherwise
yeah, Zaya's gonna be really OP next patch. I wonder if she'll be like first rotated champ.
But able to just catch him off guard.
Yep. Did so before the Wild Growth was available as well, as Peter just hits level 6 immediately afterwards. And Docdam flashed for this.
Yeah, they were trying to set up play, gone aggressive. And the thing is, they had vision initially on Willa. It did sweep though, so...
It's just a bad timing because Jarvan's on Grump. If they could just be more patient around Jarvan's timers, you can punish the Kai'Sa having no flash. It's not like if you don't flash on her there, a flash is suddenly going to come up. You can wait for Jarvan to cycle down.
Closer then has to put his flash on cooldown as well, so that might be an avenue of attack here for Willa next time around, as now Pioshik parking himself, looking for a kill on
Bro, if I miss a day of LEC co-stream, the whole world's like, yep, he hates the region. I can't, it's impossible to take a day off. You have people that just keep coming in and they're like, Caedrel, you weren't streaming on the 17th of February on a Tuesday when the LEC was on. Are you saying that you want us to all fail and you want to see the region die?
You know, the one he did in the bot lane, we didn't get a kill for that.
Are you renouncing your European citizenship?
Yep, just wandered on in. Well, now UCal is having to deal with this Fed Rise, who doesn't have damage.
You have to do things in your life that aren't co-stream the game?
Well,
You
He has
fucking
mana,
piece of shit.
and mana translates to damage.
That is true.
You're British, you're not European. Okay.
Rod of Ages not quite done. Probably has money for it.
I actually have German residency, sucker.
As DRX just trying to pick up the pieces as best they can. Slight gold advantage somehow for Dew here on this bottom side. So that's good news for DRX, but yeah, looking at how things are going, you'd say that it's not good news for DRX.
Yeah, he got the kill credit earlier, so that helped him out, but plates coming in will put Octam
I think if I stayed in Spain for 2 more years, I could have had a Spanish passport. GG.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have to fucking... Okay. Then I wouldn't have to stand in the fucking queue. The queue, the non-European passport queue, because I'm British passport when I land in Germany, and the queue is fucking 2 hours long.
Yukal does have his Seraphs now done, but the Rod of Ages immediately comes through for closer. And he does
okay, this might be a really stupid question, but explain it to me because I don't get it. Okay? It's a genuine question. So when I fly to Germany, there's the EU queue and the non-EU queue, okay? And the EU queue doesn't include England. So, and in the EU queue, they have the machines. They have the machines to just put the thing in, and then you're through. The non-EU queue is a queue where you have to like show your passport to someone. Okay, wait. Wait. There might be a fight, but my point's not done yet. Okay. So I have to go in the non-EU queue. But when I fly back to the UK, there's the EU queue and the non-EU queue, and then there's a queue for European people. So if you're Spanish or German, you can go in the EU queue and you're through. Or like non-UK rather, not EU. And UK. I don't get it. Why is there a queue for EU people to skip in the UK, and then when you go from the UK to EU, I can't go in the EU queue. I don't get it. And then I have to go in the non-EU queue. But when I come back, it's UK and EU together. I don't get it.
Oh, Andal is here in position. Dudu does have the counter-strike now.
Just shut up and pay your taxes. Okay.
And is now looking for a bit of an angle as Pioshik's going to turn up. There's a Cataclysm onto Rich. Pop Blossom does not a whole lot of anything at all. And the Nara is just dead. Spiked.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like DNS had losing mid, losing bot. Mid 2v2 forced Talia flash. He was sitting on her tower roll game.
As this coin is looking
and now they've broken top because Gnar had no flash from the Jax flash earlier, and he has Cosmic Insight, and Gnar doesn't.
And it's like there are 4 members there every time. And it's like DRX, like, you know, okay, Andal try and make a gank up the top. Oh, there's 4 members of DNS there every time. I mean, even that play they made on the bot side.
Who's player of the series? I don't know. Who's player of the series?
But they brought him in to just make sure it happens.
Dudu's had a good series.
Is moving, collapsing.
I think Dudu has been a big difference maker.
It's just not as coordinated for DRX. It's just
I would say support, but I feel like Peter didn't gap Andal. Andal just gapped himself.
Gio is in the bottom lane, right? This is one of those things where
Pioshik's been pretty solid. I would give it to Dudu.
Let's see whether it's going to continue that way. As gold lead, 1.5. Not a big deal as Peter in the river. I'm not sure about this one. The snare does go wide. Gio does manage to proc the passive, and that is a lot of damage. Not looking for a killer instinct or anything like that, though, with Wild Growth yet available. Do get the heal cooldown, so I guess there is that. As Rich just continuing to push up here in this lane, as Dudu with Counter-Strike.
Is there a dive here?
As there is a nod to throw
he got the E off.
Wallop comes down as well, and that Counter-Strike did not a whole lot of anything at all. There is the season.
Kaisa has ult to join. Oh, Dudu! Kaisa ult. Kaisa W. But is Willa dead? Yes, flash.
That Willer is not going to make it out, and Doctom is going to seal his fate.
I feel like this series I've seen DRX flash away and die in the flash animation so many times. What the fuck is this?
If that Void Seek had been blocked, hadn't connected, would have been even worse. Now Pioshik won't find.
Yeah, not the greatest of blast cone angles.
But the bot tower is going to go down, some camps going to get stolen, and it's just going from bad to worse.
Yeah, the respite that we were hoping for DRX to try to finally find is just not quite getting there.
Well, there is some respite.
I mean, they haven't lost the game yet.
Well, I was going to say, you know, if they lose this game, they won't be able to lose any more after that.
Hey, that's a really good point. Man, your cup is always so half full, Ox.
Just trying to stay positive.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, they tend to play around up Pioshik just to try and disengage. Dudu's super low. You know, they don't see the Void Seeker coming. Maybe if it'd been blocked, would have been really bad for DRX. if Dudu didn't even go down, but yeah, ends up not working out. Again, it's DRX trying to make a proactive play, DNS answering, always having the people in reserve to turn up to counteract. When they make the plays, they have enough members.
DK almost lost to this.
Make it happen. But DRX,
the key word there is almost.
Like it often takes too much time, or someone responds, or even when it works, it's like, well, they got it, but how long did it take, you know? And there's something being answered.
LR almost made playoffs. LR almost was top 3 in the league.
And it's been
almost is a terrible word. You can't use it. It doesn't really quantify the situation. You know what I'm saying?
With the game here today, as Peter going to shield up Dr. Arm, but that Void Seeker did not find. And so DRX, there is a dragon
Lost
up in 45
Ratones
seconds.
finished the LEC
right
in their first split in the top 3.
They have the ability to go down and set up around that dragon, which is going to be very important for them. Soul Point would really help alleviate a lot of the pressure here that DNS does have. As now Dudu and Rich going to be fighting. Nah comes on down. House is going to connect as Rich decides to go
Q's
in.
it.
Wallop avoided though beautifully in the
He has E in 2 seconds. 1. He has E. Flashes.
And the flash will get Rich out of there. But I'm feeling like this Jax is working out as far as the counter pick option here for Dudu.
Some just exciting plays, honestly, in that one. Dudu dodging the stun with the leap strike as well. Both of them on the Triforce spike. Pretty intense one. Rich having to back away, losing the Mega as well at the end of the fight. And again, DRX, they're late though, not able to pick up the kill on the way out. They are looking towards the dragon now, but DNS are in the vicinity, and I don't think should be letting them get this.
No, I don't think so. Teleport back for the Jax. So that means that
it's Soul Point for DRX and DNS ahead, so they got to fight it.
Right now.
Wait a minute, looking on Dudu.
As now they're going to try and collapse onto Dudu. The wall
he's
is
just
going
dead
to
or
be
what?
set up, and Dudu is going to try and buy as much time as possible.
He is just
the
dead.
Realm Warp is delivering the rest of the team in.
Oh, he didn't even press E.
And down goes the Jax.
Winnable. DRX, hold up.
That's the way to deal with it. Is that's a Rip Trail just thrown
What is
down.
Pyosik doing?
Immediately mounts, and Shelly is going to try
what
and do
the
what
fuck?
She can. Looks for another knock-up here,
360.
but, he's just going to take the river exit.
Does he crash the tower or does it run out?
Charge,
oh, please hit! Bomb.
That was a weird maneuver.
Okay, I like the donuts. I like the donuts. Soul Point for DRX. Scheiße.
DRX, the Dragon WinCon really coming online.
Yeah, so that is Infernal Soul Point.
Don't get caught bot close. Oh my god, he's dead. This is disgusting what he's doing.
Okay, well, Cease and Desist is going to come down.
Oh, wait a minute.
Working out here, but does flash, and Closer has the Ghost now running.
Okay, well, he lost his sums.
Get himself out.
Yeah, Closer almost falling for the same trap Dudu just died to, but
surely they don't do it again, you know?
You know, maybe DRX have just found their winning strategy. Whoever shows up bot, just kill them.
That's a good strategy. That'll get you some gold.
Whoever shows up bot, just kill them.
The gold lead's not that crazy in this game. As much as DNS have had that lead and do still have that lead, right? You have 2 items on the Kaiser, it's a big spike. You have those 3 dragons in pocket. It's a winnable game. It hasn't felt super good. This game hasn't felt like DRX suddenly have
tempo vibes are not in DRX's favor.
Yeah.
This Saya is getting pretty OP though.
Pocket gives them a win con. It's going to come down to that 4th dragon fight. Make a break for the series, if we're being honest.
Oh no, UCal is doing the 0 damage build.
Oh no.
I heavily dislike this build. Heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think he's...
it feels
he's
so
going
sad.
the Rylai's build, but I think they do need a lot of damage.
Slow them a little bit when you hit
because
them
they
with
are
the
playing quite a dive style
slows
comp. I think
already,
sustain is not the play. Zaya will just eat everyone in the long fight.
Oh well.
Yo, Signal into the 5 gifted. Much love.
Decoy in order to block some damage
Much
here.
love.
This turret is just gone. Dr. Arm there with a bunch of autos. We'll be able to deal with it. Rich being a little bit frustrating now.
Are you going to join Fnatic? They need more staff. No, I'm busy that day, sorry.
Is all of a sudden 30 CS in the lead. My goodness. Kind of ridiculous. 300 gold. Now the advantage for Rich as well. Trying to take matters into his own hands. Pyosik turns up top lane, but the cavalry is arriving. As Andal will be able to get that Phaelite back under their control. As Rich just desperately trying to take this turret down. As Pyosik on vision here, gets his flag down, spots that Andal is still in the vicinity. Rich is relentless, man. He really wants this turret.
Should be able to get it. I mean, DNS are moving to defend, but Doctam in trouble.
Uh-oh, no ult on Xayah.
Fantastic, but now it's on cooldown as the wall comes in.
UCal? Wait, why does Doctam walk up? Why does he do that? They have Vi, Nico, Kai'Sa, Talia, all these champs. Why is he? He has no ult. It's a reverse sweep. I can feel it in the air.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
They're lucky there's no Baron.
Doctam opting to go back in.
They're lucky there's no Baron.
I was like, oh, he ults, he stays alive, he gets out, and then he's like, you know what? I still have it in me. I'm like, I think you should just leave.
Yeah, the just leave angle would have been a really good one.
So you can tell this ult is just on reflex because he ults in the complete wrong direction. But it's like, cool, you're out, the wall comes in. I'm like, you need to start moving. But he's like, hey, I'm going to try and position. I want to save my flash. He gets ulted by Vi.
Criminal.
Maybe they thought that he could bait, and so Kosha could then get the wraparound. They bide their time so that Dudu can teleport in, and he can, I don't know.
I'm going to tell you, no, they can't do that.
He's dead anyway? No, he has flash. He can play it.
As was demonstrated.
Vi was
but
not in
he
range.
did save his flash. I think that's something to be said for that. It will be up for the Dragon fight in a minute 30. I think that was the right call. Willow's flash is down, though, so the Vi not going to have that tool available. Everything really, I think, comes down in this Dragon fight. But the pressure is a bit more on DNS within this game specifically, in that they not only have to win the fight, but also secure that dragon to deny the soul. Pressure is very heavily on DRX because, you know, they're 2-0 down in the series.
Yeah.
But in this game specifically, they're starting to pull into a bit of a better spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a gold lead now. 1 minute until the Infernal Soul point can be cashed in on. And that will be so much extra damage. And UCal definitely
Are you going to return to the old hairstyle? Yeah, when the hair grows back.
Damage build. Maybe he just knew, oh, I'm going to get Infernal Soul. That's fine. You know, this adaptive force will help my 0 damage build do a damage.
There you go. You know, and then
perfect.
With my Rylai's, I can pretend I have Hextech Soul. By
yeah! Gorgeous. You love to see it. It's just a way of counteracting the Cinders. As Rich and Minina, not exactly too psyched, but man, that Boomerang proccing the Hyper, able to answer back that trade quite nicely, as Willa realizing that he's not having a very good time. The Weaver's Wall to get UCal out. And now, Andel's also surfing over, looking for that Pop Blossom.
Oh, nice ult, but Vi's going to connect. It's losing. Or, yeah, it's losing. Okay, reverse sweep on the cards. It's soul for the RX, GG. We go to game 4.
Oh, the little Lulu that could. Fighting
Little Lulu, run rat.
The snare.
Game 4.
So
it's game 4.
He just walks out, I guess.
DNS trying for the fight, but DRX instantly respond, find the answer, and Doctam on this Xayah just not able to.
It's just Dragon. You're losing the whole game, but you're stacking Drakes. You win one fight, you get the soul.
All right.
For the first time in the series, it feels like they finally arrived.
Can you do a hands check? What's on your hands? Do you see
a series. I get it.
It's starting to appear. There is
I get it. Let's make a play on bot while Jax doesn't have TP and Gnar does.
So the Realm Warp does nothing at all. And then
Jax was, to be fair, he was looking for Gnar to cancel his TP, but I think even if Gnar doesn't TP in here, I think it's winning for DRX.
To get into the fight, the Cataclysm just traps them as well. It doesn't help.
Yeah, and Peter, like, the wild growth timing was actually great. It actually caught Jiu on the approach.
Chat, you're putting words in my mouth.
The Infernal Soul, and now they're looking for Baron.
Yeah, Jiu also has Dusk and Dawn. This 3-item spike on the Kai'Sa is insane.
Yeah, gigantic. Well, let's see whether Kyoshi can. No, he can't. He can't get in there. As Weaver's Wall to get UCal, but he gets immediately put into the Rune Prison. Now Willer is going to try and mitigate
it's unwinnable.
Oh my god, where did Closer go?
Infernal Soul. They're just literally outscaled by Infernal Soul.
I don't think he's going to be able to get enough done. There is that Dusk and Dawn you were talking about.
Holy shit, Xayah does cook though, not gonna lie. Oh, big one by UCal.
Incredible seismic shove is
Doctam was gliding though. He was really hitting.
And that is the ace for DRX, and finally they're looking good in the series.
Doctam trying to make the hero play there is shut down by UCal. We see the Baron get secured, and then UCal tries to make this wall happen. It's just immediately denied by Closer, but the team just go, okay, well, we'll just kill the Rise immediately. Carry down.
Bro, this chat is just... Can you stop it? Can you stop it?
But the front line gets decimated.
I never said this was useless. It's just my preference. You're so annoying.
Man,
just
so
lifts
close.
the blade slightly, but here he's still going. Peter Wild goes in with his last breath.
I need to remove this
but
My
Yukal
Fraud
just
emote. It
launches
actually
a
makes it
boulder
look
at
so
his
much
head
worse.
and says goodbye. Good night.
Yeah, beautifully played, and that means 4-0-6 for Yukal. All right, he's continued down the I don't need damage from my items route as he's completed Azonya's as item number 3. It's not likely that he'll die, and he might be able to hold on to these Dark Seal stacks that he's built up as well. Let's hope it's a Magi's. So maybe the Magi's angle is going to get there. You go full defensive, make sure that you stay alive so you can protect your stacks. There it is. I figured it out. So is Jiu. His plan is go in and just kill whoever my team engages on, and he's been pressing that R button relentlessly. Now he's got an arm guard as well, so it's going to feel a whole lot better. Flash Cataclysm for Pyoshik here, but where's the follow-up? He does drag his way out as the Pop Blossom is actually baited quite
Where's the Rise W? What?
As Willow with the
Oh,
flash
God.
forward. There's the cease and desist and
What a
no
dive.
Venom for
I think they
Dr.
kind of hinted at
No way
DNS,
to
but what a
press any
dive.
buttons at all, and now the rest of DRX are bearing down on DNS. Rich is going to die, but he takes Closer with him, and now the two big carries are dead, and they should be able to push in.
And Willa has just consistently found Dogdam on this Xayah, not giving him a chance to use the Feather Storm, either waiting for it to be down or just buffering his Q with a flash, so he doesn't even get a chance to press his button. It's been working so well so far. This composition, this engaged dive comp, has been paying dividends for DRX. 6,000 gold
Pyoshik,
lead.
and Nico definitely needed to
Do you know what? I
die
actually
there.
feel kind of frustrated though.
Well, it's just cooked.
I feel like Blind Nah should never be rewarded. But right now, DRX, they're making it work. As the Pop Blossom mitigation was quite nice here from Pyoshik. But look
It's
at
just
Willa.
cooked.
He sees the angle, flashes onto his target, and Jiu.
What was your
right
prediction?
there,
Actually, I guess it is on.
presses the R button and kills
I
him.
guess it is on point for my
Always there
prediction.
as well to follow with the seismic shoves after the knockbacks. Closer does get the trade kill, but you know the blind Nah, he's done his job.
Yeah, the Blind Nah does not see death. Oh dear. I mean, the game isn't over just yet, but it's a 6,000 gold lead. It's Infernal Soul. The Baron did a bunch of work in knocking down that bottom inhibitor turret, and DRX kind of owned the jungle.
Yeah, both of DRX.
Are you gonna cry when LeBron retires? Is LeBron gonna retire soon or what?
Makes it really hard to deal with. It's just a tricky spot to be in.
I would say Tricky certainly does fit the bill. As Closer looking for an angle once again.
Oh, we're going in.
Another flag drag,
Oh, nice flash by Endil. Xayah ult. Farewell, Xayah. Farewell. Nice team fighting by DRX. I think Willa had a solid game.
They realize that what they need is a Hail Mary. And
Solid game of
unfortunately, they
engages.
spun around on the spot and fell over. And DRX will
Yo,
just
cancel the
wild
wall.
them out.
Okay.
Wall
Jesus,
blocks
let
some
me
of the
out.
team
Let
of
me out.
DRX, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Jiu and Yukal should just be able to close out the game at this point with long death timers.
Steph Curry
Wave
is
coming
the
up
same
mid.
age as
DRX
Caedrel
have
OM. What does that even mean?
found themselves a game in this series.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden, Jonas Strong and we did predictions die, but we are gifted with a series, ladies and
Every
gentlemen.
LCK series goes to 5 games.
Of the DRX reverse sweep start now.
They just
You
do.
know what? I love Jonas Strong, but God bless DRX.
Except
shutting down what
for-
they did. That needed to happen.
Absolutely.
Needed to happen.
That smug jerk, am I
Except for
right?
the T1
Oh,
series.
my goodness, it was really getting frustrating.
And I'm glad they could bounce back. You know, the composition, straightforward, right?
Yeah.
See target, kill target, but again, into things like Xayah.
Okay,
not
then
always
the
easiest to pull
DK
off, and I
Genji,
think Willa
DK
having a
Genji,
fantastic game,
lol.
Really just making Dogdown feel uncomfortable and challenging him. Yukal as well, bouncing back on the Talia, but we all know the real hero, the blind Nah.
Absolutely.
You
Rich.
first take that Nah and you do it with style and confidence.
And also, it looked so much like a tilt lock as well. And he does that and then wins the game. That is exactly what you want to see. And maybe that will give DRX what they need to pull back the tempo vibes in this series. I want to apologize to who did. He's not a jerk. He was actually quite humble in his almost victory of his prediction as well. But it's time for us to take a short break. When we get back, ladies and gentlemen, the space is going to break down that game, and then we'll have the potential beginnings of a reverse sweep. We'll
How many LEC series have gone to 5 games this year? LEC only has 3 best of 5s all year. All split, sorry. Then. All split. Nope. Nope, not happening. Not happening. Alright, what else? What else have we missed? What else have we missed? Have we missed anything? I'm kind of hungry. I'm feeling a meal. Bro, did you guys see the Broham versus Baus Yasuo 1v1? That was so insane, I thought.
얘들아 차야 그거 누구야 차야 누구? 나 뒤에 다 잡았어. 덱 잡으면 끝나? 안 잡아도 끝나 그냥. 끝났다. 이리로 가자.
Show us? Wait, let me find it. I found it. I found it. What is this? Damn. Okay, watch this. Just so you know, Baus was winning. He was winning the 1v1. Baus was winning most of this game.
Uh-oh, this cast ult this, but it's like a weird ult. Not gonna do much, I think. Couldn't be turret damage. You could play for
look
turret.
Look at the brains. Look at the moves. Look at the brains.
Also, he's just gonna win while it fucking.
Bro, huh? What was that?
Okay, relax. You're not that guy, man.
You'll see. I'm that guy. Bro. I'm that guy.
That was not even that. No.
Look at this fight. This fight is like an anime battle. Watch this.
Here we go. Let's go back in.
Damn.
Ultimate.
Does not hit
that guy on paper.
Here it comes. Watch this.
Here, his HP is very low, much lower than his.
I'm even not gonna go for it. Okay. I'm not gonna go for the pot. I'm a man. Let's go.
Two things: kills and tower damage. Does hit that knockup? He's gonna ult right here. Make him run away. Maybe he
Clean by Baus. Q's where he thinks he's gonna go.
That could be bad. It's up now.
Q flash was clean by Brohan. Baus flashes back, but he has the snowball.
It's the first touch. You gotta be careful. Oh, but he dodged that. Braun trying to tower here. Oh, he gets the full heal. He dodged that too. Braun gets heal of that. We're both gonna get the aura heal.
You ulted there, yes or no? You did, right?
I did, boss.
Oh, so it's up 2 seconds. 9 seconds faster. It doesn't matter right there. He's got a 3 CS lead. Tower is falling. He's gonna try and get this heal. Oh, he almost hits that knockup.
CS is getting close, you know?
NATO.
Why do you think I'm more aggressive all of a sudden?
Also has
Q hits. Q3 doesn't hit. Block.
But they double win while each other
Q's predicts where he's gonna dash.
Damage.
Dodge it to Q3.
Let's
go! It's so close!
It was crazy business.
That's right there, Ronaldo was messing for you.
I think if Baus doesn't snowball like he did, he wins.
Go on, Baus, let's stay.
I think this was clean though. He Q3s his Q3 and ults it. He snowballs him here. I think he shouldn't press it again. He should just save it. And then he's gonna hit a minion here, look. It was so winning for Baus. It was so winning for Baus. Then they played a Sion 1v1. Yeah, I know. The Sion 1v1, I think that he got stomped, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the team talks work the third time, because now DRX, they played very
real quick,
all together and get themselves on the board, pushing off elimination for at least another game in game number 3. It is 2-1 DNS over DRX. Digon here alongside Wolf and Wadid.
I was a little bit worried for DRX when they did blind Gnar and then also counterpicked the Kai'Sa into the Xayah while also having a Vi composition, but they pulled it off.
They did.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird, but it worked out. And I think even though they had the great moment at the end, I feel like still DNS had the insane early game. We gotta like bring that up because I think they should be able to finish the game with that early lead. But point is they couldn't able to like get the Drakes early on. So that's why they were kind of struggling to find the way to set up the objective correctly. And I think in this meta, if you want to be ahead, you have to get the Drakes on top of that. Otherwise, you can't really finish the game.
They got their lead through playing through the bottom side, but not at the right timings to take the Dragon. And we'll take a look at, one of our first highlights here to take a closer look at what happens when they were the ones getting caught before Dragon, right? So this is a setup here with the TP coming through, and this is a really important moment, but unfortunately the top side here for DNS cannot actually come down here and help Dudu, who pushes up a little bit too far, thinking he's really safe here on this Jax, doesn't have flash. Now he buys a lot of time here, but this pick alone is enough here to allow DRX to kind of just slowly push towards Dragon and take things away, despite Pioshik, for some reason, looking for some shenanigans.
So here, it was their third Drake, potentially a sole point for DRX right here. And I think pushing the bot lane and getting the wave of the mid lane together was kind of greedy, you know? Yeah, sure, you're winning the series right now, you're 2-0, and you're kind of ahead in the early game, but I guess they were kind of like just slacking a little bit, you know, right there. I think this is the point where you could actually lose the game, and I think it was really huge from DRX right here.
And right after this, which we don't have in highlight, but it's important to mention, is when Duckdom gets caught, uses his ultimate reflex there to obviously ult the Q from the Vi, but then goes back in and dies. They lose all their momentum on the top side. Rich suddenly becomes relevant on the Gnar, and you only have one chance left if you're DNS in this situation because they already have 3 Drakes. You have to win the sole fight.
Yeah, and again, like we were talking about earlier, we wanted to see them play as a team. I think them kind of sticking around, making these 5-man plays, made it difficult to contest those early Drakes. And we see it yet again here, the 5-man play. This time, DRX able to escape the early play from DNS.
Yeah, and also I want to point out that Duckdom had the barrier this game, but I think if you're playing against Nico and Vi at the same time, then I think you need the cleanse to clean out the Nico ult and then use your ultimate to dodge the Vi ulti, but you have no cleanse or Mikael here, so you have to use your ultimate for the Nico ult, and now you have no chance against Vi.
They made it just really simple, right? They layer the CC, they look for their prio target. Even though Xayah is inherently safe, like you mentioned, there's too many different forms of CC here. And positioning-wise, since the Talia's Weaver's Wall was already down, I think you just, even though you're very low in range, you have to play a little bit safer here if you're Duckdom. It's the second critical positioning error he made this game. And this time, when you lose it here, you lose Infernal Soul. And every other miraculous fight you're trying to make him in, the incredible performance from him on the Baron fight was not enough. They're playing into Infernal Soul. They're at this point too far behind.
I mean, quick reminder, it was all about being on the same page and play as a team. I think DRX all started from the bottom play, even though it looked kind of silly. They all committed as a 5-man on the bot lane, and I think that was the key. And try to make Jiu happy. That's the key.
And that's my question to you here, Wolf. When you see a performance like this is what you expected when you predict a DRX win compared to the games 1 and 2, where they look so out of sorts and nothing like what we've seen throughout play-ins and playoffs.
I think that you need to play through your comfort, your identity. I wouldn't even be upset if it's an early Zeri pick in the draft for Jiu or a Smolder pick. If you could back it up with a strong top side for Rich, there's a way to play through this game in Jiu's style. He had a great performance here. This one, I think, don't trust your mid jungle. Don't trust your mid jungle. Play the bottom side only. Willer, you are now a babysitter.
I mean, in my opinion, I think it will all down to like Mundo's Ashe Seraphine combo, or do you want to do aggressive Lucian Sona or like Lucian Braum combo on the bot lane? So I feel like those will be like deciding in the game 4 right now.
Especially when we have a priority pick in the jungle that I think both junglers are good at, but Pyosik has now kind of made his name for it. It's that Lee Sin that's been there for a while. He's been the dictator of a lot of those wins.
Are we going to get a first pick Lee Sin?
That goes against what
Are we
going to
get a first pick Lee Sin?
Willer, you're on babysitting duty. But he has played a good Lee Sin. I feel like that's going to be another big talking point here, as it is DNS on the second side pick. So they will have counter pick here, and we know how important that can be.
Absolutely. I think, again, play through bottom side. Do not prioritize a jungle pick here. Try to lean on the stability of Jiu.
Well, did the 3-0 day is over, and the cast has been calling you
postponement. Given the ongoing circumstances, we're working to find the best solution going forward and have initiated dialogue with Riot Games and other relevant parties. Dialogue ongoing.
I don't know. At this point, I don't really care.
Bro, you can. I had to do that like 8 months ago. I couldn't. I had to do it 8 months ago. Sorry, my bad fault.
I agree with you, Digon, 100% detected smugness. But that's okay, it's Wadid. He's lovely, he can get away with it. He's allowed to be a little bit smug every now and again. Let's see whether the smugness is gonna move over to Wolf as the reverse sweep continues, or whether it's all just lights out and it's a 3-1 for DNS. And it's what the majority of people predict.
We had some 3-1 Predators, so, you know, they can be smug, I guess.
We can just exchange smugness towards the other side. As let's get into the draft here. Second pick for the DN Supers. And DRX, first pick on the blue side this time around.
Yeah, we've seen so many of the power picks thinned out, I feel. We're still kind of maintaining this DN Supers.
Good ban.
Bard, presumably.
I don't know what Pyosik's playing, by the way.
Pyosik being targeted heavily.
Yeah.
Again, Lee Sin and Nocturne being taken away.
They're gonna have to bust out a Mundo.
Have to pick Mundo. Jungles are being thinned out with it being fearless, so he will have.
Surely Mundo first pick is the play. But DNS chose second pick.
Picks he can lean on, you know, the Hecarim and the Kindred.
Hey, yeah, true. Certainly some pocket picks for Pyosik, as we know.
He has his Rammus open.
Nami
that's
also going to be
not
maybe just targeting some sort of Corki first pick angle or something like that to make sure that isn't.
Oh, because they're going to.
But weird one.
I see it. They're going to leave open Yunara.
Going to be taken away here.
They'll take it and they'll trade for Mundo Aphelios.
Like
support on 3.
Fantastic on the Cassante when he's picked it up. I believe still undefeated on the champion as well.
That's their plan.
So interestingly, Gwen left open. It was open in game 1, but that was when Rumble had come through, right?
Yep.
But Gwen left open for the first time. Since then, going to be banned by the DN Supers. Yunara open and available. It has been banned out.
The good
by
pivot
the
here
DN
is first
Supers
picking Mundo.
For the whole series so far.
Oh,
and DRX is just going to lock it in. And we're talking eggs and 80 carry basket. That is eggs in the Jiwoo basket right there.
Yep, that'll do it.
Also, Renekton stocks through the roof because Kennen and Gnar, two of the picks
True.
you would typically
That champ
pick
is really OP
Renekton,
right now.
Are gone.
Yeah,
what?
And now the Corki available as well. We've seen this picked into Yunara many times.
Where's the Aphelios? Where's the Mundo?
Because they banned it themselves. Kind of interesting there.
Yeah, maybe they were worried. They were like, we want to potentially go the Corki. We're scared they might, so we banned the Nami. But
what's the answer to Renekton right now? Is it just Greg
S?
S?
Lulu to pair with the Yunara, so
is that it?
The ideal pairings, I guess, that these 80 carries want to go with, the supports I want to go with.
Oh my god, yes, DRX, yes. I have changed my...
toyed with.
I have changed my commitment. My prediction was 3-1 DNS. It's a reverse sweep. I changed my prediction. God bless.
We've also established.
As we found out, Jace going to be the lock-in here as well for Rich. That is his answer to the Renekton. I feel like that can go
I take it back.
horribly wrong.
I take it back. You're playing Jace top. I take it back. Can I take it back?
Would you be crazy enough to go something like
lane Jace.
But I'm thinking for jungle for Pyosik, would you just kill the Jace
Rel.
over and over? You could go Sejuani, you could go Nidalee.
Ban Poppy.
God, yeah, you could.
I'm not.
Nidalee
feels.
Kindred.
Nidalee feels crazy. I'm not sure, but I mean, who knows really at this point what you'd go. But
what the fuck is Andil playing support this game? Is he playing Maokai support? Is that the play?
Jace. That's a viable strategy.
It absolutely is. And also, Rich has been targeted already in this series and is not feeling fantastic. Maybe he's the weak link that they could try to take down. Already, I'm a little bit worried for DRX.
They will ban Milio.
Looks like as the Yone is going
I guess they'll go Braum
away.
if they ban Milio.
We are getting towards the bottom of the barrel as far as mid lane is concerned as well. All of these
I guess no Maokai today.
Sort of top of the tier list.
Not today, old friend.
Haven't had any weird ones come out just yet.
Yeah,
on the next one.
Galio is open and available.
That feels nice.
Maybe ban Maokai.
Like Kali as an option.
I feel like actually no,
Syndra
Maokai jungle gets
are some of
E10
the
by
higher
Mundo,
power
right?
ones that are on the cards.
Surely.
Zoe.
I think he's gonna play
Zoe is
Sejuani
also
or Maokai, isn't he?
It's closer. He's always been a bit of a Zoe fan.
Yep.
Don't know whether this necessarily gives away what's going to be picked here by DRX.
Also, closer does like Syndra.
Do you secure a mid now? Are you like, there's something we really want here? And do you save the jungle to last? Because if they do that, then I'm thinking it might be something interesting. You know the jungle matchup already.
Pyosik counterpick is a thing that we have seen, as that is a dog.
If you're gonna play a carry jungle, I prefer Nidalee.
Pyosik thinking about the Neferi. Not a lot of time left, so that will be locked in.
Interesting, because we have seen a little bit of Neferi, but you know, we saw some last year. We saw one game this year.
It was
so Milio is good.
It's like the classic Vi answer.
You know, if it saw that
Maokai support is good.
Yeah,
I could have understood it, but it does have that point
TF
and click
is
ultimate.
okay.
If you are trying to farm top lane, you know, it can do that. Toying with the idea of the TF, that global pressure.
Blind TF is kind of scary though. And a Karma.
I think closer will pick Silas.
That's going to help get a little bit of lane control here.
Yeah.
And a Yunara that
But
can actually get to the wave.
Does Mundo die if
good,
they have
but
Silas?
Does take away from Andil's ability to start fights.
Not a ton of lockdown on DRX, not a ton of CC. It's basically gold card.
He needs to
and the
cook
tether
something
from
here.
Karma that you're kind of relying on. So very much like we have speed, we move around quickly.
What can he cook?
And then we just, whoever we gold card, we just pummel them into the dirt.
Oh, God.
But on the side of the DN Supers, you know, you are banking on this Neferi getting the ball rolling. Otherwise, it's a Neferi into a Mundo.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Cassio if he's going to play a
Which
mid.
is, you know, kind of like a dog trying to break down a brick wall.
Chat, I'm going to add if I to from the sub channel to
And that doesn't necessarily work. If you've ever tried to contain a dog, a brick wall would generally keep them in there.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Oftentimes a wooden kennel would be enough. But a brick wall and a brick kennel would certainly be better. So yeah, I'd be a little bit worried about this getting a little bit out of hand. And on the DRX side, you're not seeing a whole lot of engage. You don't need it if you just inherently outrange, right? And Shock Blasts will allow DRX to put on pressure without necessarily needing to be the ones that start off these fights and then kite things back after that. Let's see whether that does actually work out here, because it's an eclectic draft. It's a little bit of a weird one, right? They've got some 1-3-1 potential, but I don't know whether that's how they're supposed to play this one out with a Mundo there and with the Yunara that's not
Why are you saying muted?
Safe trying to farm things.
Yeah, it definitely feels like, you know, burden of execution is pretty high for this side of DRX, but they have a lot of scaling elements in their composition. On the other side, it's kind of just like see champion, kill champion, with, you know, a strong scaling backline, but like you have Renekton and Neferi. So I expect they're going to try and kill Jace 17 times over. I'd hope they get the ball rolling for these two, otherwise they'll fall kind of flat.
Yeah, I think Rich needs to steal that mental completely as we get onto the Rift here for game number 4.
I'm almost anything, sorry.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the Rift for game 4. Seeing whether DNS can finish off the series as one doggo. Just gets briefcased. Oh no.
Wow.
Just put a little hot dog in his briefcase. Now he's got lunch for later.
There you go. That's good planning.
It is fantastic planning. However, it's not what you want if you are the Neferi. As Pyosik will at least be able to rekindle the doggos by pressing his buttons, so that'll be okay. Jiu and Andal should probably have a fair bit of control in this early game.
We've seen
There's
so
a game
much
4.
Yunara
There
into
is a game
Corki,
4, yeah.
And I feel like there's so many times where the Yunara is done pretty well, but especially when you have Karma into Rel, this is going to be a very good matchup for the
I don't know what it is about Victor,
I feel
but
like it snowballs as well, right? Because as soon as Yunara can touch the wave, then the Q is actually scary.
This champ
then
just
you
feels
can
like a
actually get
fake
some
mage.
stuff done. Whereas if you can't get to the wave because you're getting zoned out, then all of a sudden you lose a large portion of your kit.
Yeah, for sure. Also, the slow setup from the Karma means you can easily hit your Slurkle.
There's a lot of Slurkle value because in theory, Andal, when he mantras his Q, it's also a Slurkle, as you saw there.
Well, that was just a regular Q.
Oh yeah, I mean that is a smaller Slurkle.
Yeah, we have layers of it here.
Yeah. I was actually asked on Twitter what a collective noun of Slurkles would be.
Oh.
And I've decided it's a slurp of Slurkles. What do you think? Do you think that sounds okay?
I don't think any of it sounds okay. I don't think that's something. I don't think anyone should utter that in their entire life. But
oh really?
No, I think.
Do you want me to utter it again? I'm not afraid.
I know you're not.
what a good champ, TF.
How many others?
It's a shame he's playing Space Groove TF. Like I didn't even know that existed.
So
it's that disgusting.
Not deal with too much Slurkle talk. Although I guess Gravity will.
Like what the fuck is that? He's glowing.
On the Rift at this point.
Man,
we do. Okay. Well, we're looking for a little bit of an early drive-by.
Oh, Yukala's not having fun in this matchup.
No. Does have a gold card, though.
Okay,
so
well, he's going to get
close
chased.
The gap. Doesn't find the briefcase, though. Just
W movement,
all over the floor.
Mundo passive. La la la.
But Willa not too worried about
la
being
la
CC'd.
la la.
Closer doesn't have very much of anything left over, but doesn't want to go too far into the enemy jungle in case there's a doggo.
Yeah, maybe throw a warning sign. You know, people put outside the houses. Be careful, the dog. Oh.
What is that?
I just love the eyes.
Oh no! It's very, very cute. We've got a bit of an engage here. It's crashed down onto Jiu's, looking a little worse for wear. Doesn't have to flash over the wall. High value, as Peter does put a whole bunch of buttons on cooldown, but DRX lose more.
All right, Piosa gets a crab. His clear looked a lot slower than Mundo's, but turns out okay.
Also, I love that they buffed Corki's Valkyrie damage. Like, I think they did turn it back again, but they buffed it like 4 or 5 times in a row, something crazy. It's like ungodly levels. And now every time there's like an all-in.
Oh. Yeah, you just need to be Valkyrie.
Bring back Corki package.
Will just double you over
for real,
to maximize the damage output.
And it was Jiu that did this, right? He's the Black Cleaver Randuin's Corki guy that just Valkyries at you.
Yeah, Doctor's done it too, though. He had a game where he did it last year as well. You know, innovators.
Love it.
Face tanking on the Corki.
Good old frontline Corki. And there's not a lot of true tanks here for DNS, so maybe they'll need a tank Corki in this game. Having a look on the... Oh, there they are again. Look at them. Just phenomenal. Is that like pastry wrap instead of a... It's not a hot dog, is it? It's like the pastry wrap.
It's a croissant.
Like sausages. We have them here in Korea at a lot of the bakeries.
Yeah.
They're quite delicious. But wow, they're just, you can really see something. There's something in those eyes, you know? I don't quite know what it is. It frightens me.
I see absolutely nothing.
Really? Maybe that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a void.
Just absolute
and that's what's frightening about it.
Emptiness.
Oh, someone said pastry time. Because
sorry about that. I'm done eating now.
Oh, love that.
That's cute.
Yeah. Shout out to Julia. Okay, Yukal might be in a little trouble.
He's just dead, isn't he?
As Pioshik
he has flash,
turned
but
up Flash to get him out of there, as we do miss a dagger.
Doesn't Neferi flash there in
Cooldown,
Q2?
certainly very gankable.
On top of him?
Good pick up
He
there,
kills, no?
and Pioshik going for that before he even has his 6 available. Obviously, the point and click
He has W.
of the ultimate making a big difference.
I
Not
think he
any
kills.
moves towards top lane, though, which is what we kind of
But
expected.
if you don't want to take a risk,
there'd
then
be
don't
some
take it.
forward movement.
True or
now,
false?
Bot lane having so much prio means this is an easy pickup on the Dragon, and Mundo, a champion who can really do this one with no problem.
Yeah, sort of hoovers through that, as now Dudu, slice and dicing, acting all cool. Does have to flash to get the stun.
Why is he
onto
trading
Rich, but
flashes?
that closes the gap, and Rich just walks it off. Yep, there's the form change for the extra movement speed.
Neferi's
Pioshik,
not
if he can
6
get
yet.
The snipe, might be able to get something going. Doesn't have
Jace has
though,
flash. Ooh, this is awkward.
I don't think he's going to be able to
but
find
TF
too much.
cannot
Rich
ult.
actually electing to go away from the turret, away from the crocodile, and he's just dead even though he
I
flashed.
swear, I told you this last game, didn't I? There's so many flashes that flash but still die.
Talked about there.
That feels
I
so
said
bad.
this last game.
You
This is
had
so
the ultimate
weird.
Available. You're just 100% dead. You don't even bother flashing. You know it. But I think he just thought maybe he can make it out. But the fact that he got hit by that Q, the bleed.
This is why I don't trust Jace top. You have so many beautiful champs. You have a pushing bot. You have TF. You have Mundo jungle. Jace top.
Now return gang can set up for it.
I know a lot of champs are out, but it's just gonna lose the game. Holy Victor!
Arcanely storm the wave.
Crazy seeing Dr. Valkyrie away from danger. You know.
I know that is not how you're supposed to play Corki. It's not an escape tool.
Isn't
so
Urgot better?
like
Bro, if they had
misplacing
Urgot,
your
they'd win the game.
equalizer on
If they had anything, they'd win the game.
As Peter.
Peter, are you
Fucking
fucking
the
serious?
wave. Yeah, we're just going to go into a replay to avoid watching what could be an unfortunate scenario.
Dude's like, my jungler is coming. I'm flashing for this play. I'm going to do the damage. Rich doesn't flash out to maintain his health. He's like, I'm saving the summoner. And then here, so first Q misses but stops the recall. Second hits, so the bleed is ticking. The dogs, the auto gets the dogs to hit him as well. I think the bleed just finished him off.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. As Rich now, I mean, does have grasp, is stacking that one up here.
Renekton has hit a power spike against the enemy top.
Somehow Dudu actually gets an assist for that kill as well, which I wasn't expecting. I thought the timer had worn off enough.
Must have been pretty close. It must have been like
GG, I'm full tank now, guys.
So that's definitely good. Does mean
you
that
can't miss these Victor E's closer. Oh, he's going Roa Victor.
Is the lead here for DNS
he's going. He's their only AP. He's going Roa Victor against these champs. Just build some damage, brother.
Because the last we saw Peter,
fuck is this?
Like 20% HP, being tethered by Karma in front
He
of a
should
wave.
just go full damage.
But he lived, so we don't know what happened. I can only assume something crazy.
And he didn't have to flash.
I actually think DNS is going to lose this game.
Just held the wave,
there's no way they're going to have damage, right? Roa Victor, Nefiri, Renekton, Corki. Like, nah. There's no way. Their damage is so bad. Ooh, I like that from Endel.
Over and over again here by Endel.
They're honestly keeping up decently well in terms of farm, all things considered. This is not a fun lane. This is not a lane that is going well.
Willa, my jungler steal this.
Oh,
he Willa.
So it's not good,
Boom.
but at least the farm is not in a dire spot. That's all I can really say.
Golgar connects here as Willer is looking to try and follow up. The wild card's not really landing. And it is just Pyosik hanging out in the back of the grub pit. I believe was able to take down a couple of them. Yep, one was smote away there by DRX as well.
Smoten.
So not able to get all three. Still feeling very, very good.
Chat, if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Pretty
Pretty
W series. It started off kind of weird. The acting was kind of sus. Some of the shots and scripts were a bit weird. But I'm 5 episodes in. Watched all of the episodes that are currently out. Massive W.
Dominus now on cooldown for Dudu.
Are they gonna die?
First couple episodes were a bit strange though. So you just have to stick with it.
Multiple people rotating over. My God, that phosphorus bomb did so
Is this a
much
dive?
Handel has to flash, and Giu, I don't think he's going to be able to get that one as he's down to sub 100 health. Barrier, beautifully done.
Rocket, you have a rocket?
The phosphorus bomb, as there it is, Giu able to get that last hit.
Okay, he got
actually,
one.
It wasn't him. It was the Karma that secures the kill. And so therefore, Andel dies for it. Is now Willa is trying to deal with Peter.
What happened? Did Peter
Looks
just leave
like
him?
Rich survived on that top side and teleported back.
Ends up very scrappy.
Fallout Season 2, I haven't seen it. Is it baller or
Even
not?
though Dr. getting the
Is it
kill,
good?
Andel getting it in return doesn't feel too great. A huge CS lead is opened up for Jiwoo on the fact that Doctown's been left alone. He's picked up.
I can tell you a better version of Fallout if you want. It's called Silo. That series is crazy.
It does eliminate this entire way.
Season 3 and 4 in the making.
It doesn't feel too good. The barrier for Doctown does it.
Silo is
damage,
insane.
So really
way
ask
better
for
version.
than that. Jiwoo does
Anyone who
bait
says
and,
it's mid,
bait his flash out.
no taste buds.
Now, that was a little bit of a weird scenario as we saw there. I believe Andel sort of queued a minion point blank, but then got the last auto to lock down that kill. So they got what they wanted. Made sure that the Corki
Why compare them? Yeah, I guess you can't really compare them.
them.
But if you want to...
CS advantage
I won't
built
spot
up
it.
here for Jiu. And Drake has now spawned, and there is a Mundo right here. Like, DRX, they know what they
You're a
want to do.
league
They
player
wanna
and you
get
talk about
dragons,
taste.
And they want to get him quick.
Okay, but you're watching a league player watch a league game and you talk about taste. Hold up.
with all this bottom lane control, it's certainly something that they can make happen. As Yukal wandering down, but is taking a little bit of damage as he does so.
There's layers to the game,
has
buddy.
His ultimate, and so even though he's at half health, he's probably still fine.
Now the top laner with TP, so it's just a 4v4 for this objective.
Peter has flash. He can cook here if he can get one entrance.
Rich is going back to base, or is at least considering it for the moment.
Let's go, Peter. Q flash on that Yunar right now.
Throws a Slurkle in. There's the Destiny, as that is going to be double dragon secured.
Oh my god, I've got Roa, guys. Help me. I can live. Papa. Ooh. Okay, they do have damage, I guess. That dog is angry.
Andal takes so much damage, ends up setting up for Pyosik to get a reset in that situation. And then Peter gets a huge engage, and look at the summoners on the side of DRX.
My Jace is losing lane.
Felt they just weren't ready for the engage to come in, and yeah, Dragon picked up his big, but a bunch of kills over the DNS in this situation.
Yeah, Peter finding so much value with that Magnet Storm as well. As we check this out one more time.
The flank was really nice on a closer, taking that target out in the situation. But they could have just backed off here. They looked for more. Andal's low, instantly dies. That means
good engage by
gets
Peter.
Shield on the reset ult.
Really nice.
And Peter's engage is great. No summon is used from either the AD carry or the jungle. They just get exploded there.
Bulldog approved.
Yeah.
Bulldog.
By the looks of things. As Closer is going to continue pushing things out. The Arcane Storm also...
Chad, how is he doing on LNG? Is LNG? How was LNG? I'm guessing the fact that he's in the audience, they probably didn't do too good.
Because he is, of course, a Corki aficionado.
There you go. There's layers to it.
Yep, it's Portal Combat. As Peter gets a bit of a shield, I believe, from a barrier that he stole. No, he doesn't actually have Unsealed Spellbook. So
they're out.
Just his passive, so never mind.
Oh no, it's the Chinese New Year break. You're right. Wait, maybe
like
that's why.
Like a Greyhound?
Yeah, Greyhoundy vibes.
Yeah. Well, in this game, a hot dog.
The eyes definitely look very Chihuahua in this skin.
In this skin, oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like Docdom should have definitely played the Corgi skin this time around. Isn't that a missed opportunity? That's a missed opportunity. There's a lot of quadrupeds in this game.
That would have been good, actually. Also, just the animation needed a little dance.
Yeah, it's very funny that
it's
Victor
great.
is like, he requires a staff. You know,
what did he say?
Like, he's basically got 1.5 legs.
Pyosik, don't throw the game.
4. Especially, you know, that's assuming Peter's wearing the pants. That's all right. That's a weird sentence. Never mind, we're fighting over a red buff here, as the briefcases are really starting to hurt. Willow moving forward, Closer getting flanked.
Backflips out.
Flash over from
Ults onto the TF. Peter's dead.
Flashes over the wall to take down the Rel, and now Doctom.
My jungler wanted to invade. Now we've lost the game. D D D D D D D D D D. Please live.
A lot of value. Can Willa go where he pleases?
Oh, I really need the enemy red. I need it so bad, please.
But we have no summoners.
Yeah, but it's gonna be okay. I promise. Just come, just follow me. I'll carry.
Oh.
Pyosik does at least get that, but DRX in good standing once again.
Massive comeback play, and Jiu gets so much gold off the back of that. Just makes me question.
Hell yeah!
Was that red buff going to offer something extra? You know, was it going to give
You don't know what that particular red buff was offering, okay?
Yeah, it seems like there was something extra on offer there, because DNS heavily overcommit to this. Pyosik's low, they're eating so many cleavers, and there's definitely a point where I'm like, it is just
Jiu missed an RW over the wall on a rooted target.
Jiu flashes over to chase. He's still getting backed up by Andal.
And Peter's dead again.
Peter,
I get it.
Well, yeah, I can see
I believe he may have been hit by a Slurkle.
Mayhaps.
Yes. As Pyosik not exactly finding the daggers here. As DNS really... Okay.
Oh, hell yeah, that Forky Valk. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it.
Pyosik trying to get rid of him.
Cook him. Pyosik, do something. Cook him.
And so that was a weird flash from Yukal.
Things have gotten a little weird in this game in general.
Don't hurt my Rod of Ages Merc Treads Victor. Wait, TF ulted.
A lot of fighting,
what? My TF, what the fuck?
And honestly, I think DRX are okay with this. They have 2 dragons
You
in
can't
pocket.
ult on a Roa Merc
Everyone
Treads.
has been, apart from
Or was he ulting on
is
Corki?
holding his flash forever. Okay, how did Peter die? Oh, I see it now.
Did he just Hex Flash ignite?
Alright, yeah, you'll die if you do that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
I love you, Peter. Never change. That was beautiful.
Scheiße.
I'm not going to let him go back, guys. I I will not let him do it.
He's not in the league anymore, but some days I still see his spirit on the Rift.
Barrel.
I see it too. I see it too. Oh man. The spirit of Beryl will never leave us, I assure you. Oh man, his team isn't even on the Rift. I guess DRX is, so it's fine.
Beryl.
Beautiful. Okay. I got my dose of Beryl play here today. And I don't think anything can really improve.
My name's DNS, and I'm going to get reverse swept.
Outside of 5 games. And DRX right now are moving us in that direction, although the gold would not tell you that. It is control of the Drakes.
What is DNS's dragon control this series?
Dudu might be able to help this, though. He's the one with the teleport advantage. That's why Rich just has to run down here. And
I'm
DRX
going to get reverse swept.
On the play.
You're
just going to push out this wave, and it looks like they're just going to give this dragon up. DRX still sticking around, but it is going to be Pyosik locking this one down. That is just going to be the turret taken. That's first turret blood over to the Yunara. Which is
they're getting so outscaled, by the way. You cannot convince me this game is winnable for DNS.
Little pastry sausages.
Blocking those cleavers is a lot of value, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like my TF would pop off here this game.
Ultimately, though, I think getting the dragon for DNS huge, denying the stacking from DRX, but still a big concern. You're playing into Yunara, Karma. Doesn't feel good. Yunara, Karma, Mundo, just in general. The game extending.
I swear, these Victor items, every time I look at the scoreboard, just annoy me.
There's a flash from
he has cleanse.
This time looking to try and take down Yukal as he is able to get that gold card out.
Oh
Slice
my
dice
god.
gets into the Dominus, and that should be
Oh my god, we have damage, guys, I promise. Oh, they got him.
As Pyosik is the one that has to come in and save the day. Doc
got him.
Finally shows up. Ask everyone what the heck's going
that was to try and kill their TF, by the way.
They really just threw everything at him there.
They really wanted to kill
committed the play. Yeah, they did get him. Took him down, got the tower as well. But in the meantime, DRX will just take a tower and trade on the top side of the map. So it doesn't feel like a huge advantage gained for a lot committed there. But DNS definitely being proactive. Yeah. Things happen. And that being said, he should be able to get that tower with the next wave, but there are people moving back in return. Peter, he learned from last time. This is the exact same position. This time he has real flash though, not hex flash, and also he jumps in when he's outside of the tower range.
Oh, let's have a look at the same play again, as this time it's on to Andel. He takes
if Doctam dies. Oh my god, Chase. Yeah, it's over, by the way, it's over. It is over. No flash on Victor. Mundo. Banana. I can hear Silver Scrapes.
Really like Silver Scrapes. Like this organization, they love that song, and they're looking for even more.
They just charged them down. They have the speed ups from the Karma. The Mundo is too tanky to cut through quickly. It looks like Pyosik, he's strong, he's fed, but he's kind of just waiting for an opportunity to go in. It just never comes up. Peter sets up on Andel, but you don't really have the backup right now. Jiwoo jumps in, instantly starts shredding.
Was a nice positioning by Rich. Dudu was, yeah, not really in that fight at all.
Closer and Dudu are there, it's too late. Way too late. And Jiwoo is fully online at this point.
My goodness. That was absurd damage as Joker very, very happy.
They're chanting the Silver Scrapes.
Told you this org loves Silver Scrapes. Oh, they're
W coaching staff.
This is what they wanted. They're like, throw away the first couple of games. We play better in game 5.
That's the strategy.
Yep, make them tired. It's like those tennis players.
The drafts from
really
DRX the last couple of games have been
really
strong.
Later on. Yeah. I remember a long time ago, Mark Philippoussis was definitely like that. Talking about Australian tennis players on a League of Legends broadcast that's global is probably not going to make a lot of people understand. However,
they're winning. They are drafting winning bot matchups.
So
that's the main thing. As long as it works for you.
And I think that's helping them a lot.
May have understood as well. If you got a really strong service game, you kind of want to end.
Oh, not winning bot matchups. This game helps a lot. They're drafting winning bot matchups because they blind the Karma.
That's true. He did recently watch the Australian Open though, so a bit
I didn't
of
say
Australian
game 3
Open
draft was bad. I said I personally prefer it if you have more reliability in scaling.
He definitely isn't there anymore.
If you're gonna have Kai'Sa, Nico, Vi, having Ambessa makes it the thing,
do so pretty comfortably, but the rest
as
of
an
DNS
example.
are able to get on over here.
Oh, Closer's gonna actualize a second. We expected to see some more of this with the...
What? This Victor has Rod of Ages Merc Treads Actualizer? Just fucking open. What? Wait a minute. The resets. The resets. The resets. Mundo. Dee. I don't understand how this champ's not a first pick in game 1. If I'm best at jungle spend, I think this champ just has no counters unless you have a good Ivern main.
I don't think, he's going to flash for it. Never you mind.
Is it worth it?
No, he'll hold on to that because he might want it in the next fight. No! We are flashing for the kills.
And actually, it was quite a late death, so if he can get back in time, you know, Doctam, he's going to have to rush straight to Dragon to be there. We'll see this replay. So the engage pretty big from DNS. We see Yukal just flies into an uncomfortable position, we'll call that. Immediately gets deleted, but they just don't have the follow-up for the rest of the fight. Rich and Willow are just playing bodyguard for Jiu at this point. They kind of run out of gas in the tank. The fact that they don't have the Victor there means they can't really do much to threaten Jiu, and he just starts charging people down.
Oh, and the cleaver from downtown was enough to do it. Doctam not able to get himself out of the pit. They had the control ward over.
And now Doctam's just respawned. Oh, very late to the Dragon.
Soul points.
It's only third for DRX.
Just look at Victor's items. Look at them. Look at them.
And Willa is just packing that lunchbox over and over again. Rich, possibly in a difficult position here off to the side, as DNS just going to brute force, walk their way into this river and look to try and take down this Dragon. They know that they need to deny
Closer, man.
He's
such a rat.
In position. That's a great
Ow.
shock blast onto Doctor.
Get the smite, Piosik. Get the smite. No, wait, Mundo. Mundo's going to die.
Just massive out of DRX as they pull in Peter. The Arcane Storm doing a little bit of work here, but DRX still want more. As Jiu has to dash his way
Not bad,
there.
DNS. Not bad. I still think the game is pretty cooked, but...
And the Dragon picked up for DNS, so I think they're more than happy with that. Ultimately, Jiu, his flash being down makes
Is this like, am I the one out of the loop here? Am I the one like flaming something, being naive? Actualizer on Victor? What?
The fact, you know, good smite there from Piosik. He's still pretty strong on this Neferi and being solid with his smite so far this series. The game, it feels like this Yunara is just too big of a threat for them to really handle consistently, but they are keeping themselves in it.
Yeah, I mean, if they kill Jiu...
Let me have a look.
Like, if Jiu mispositions, which he has done in this series so far, then they still stand a chance.
I also think, as much as getting Doctam down, so he was late to this fight, you know, was an aspect, DNS still got on top of the objective, right?
Yeah.
Zinni did it
so him
in
flashing
solo
for that
queue.
Kill, being flashless for that is perhaps not the right
Chovy did it against Orianna, this build. He went Roa Actualizer.
Actually turning it onto Dudu here is Yukal actually doing
Zhonya's.
Rich comes on forward, lays down the hammer. Now they're looking for
Maybe it is a build, but why would it be a build?
And he does so, but Piosik gets himself over that wall and will be able to get out of there alive. However, now without Dudu, it's going to be very hard for DNS to teamfight around this Baron, which is where DRX kind of looking.
Because it's cheap.
Gold lead isn't gigantic, and it's double dragon to double dragon.
It's probably because it's cheap and it scales well, but I wonder if that style of build is better when you're playing against more normal champs. I feel like this game you're so reliant on doing damage straight away, well, not straight away, but...
There is still game here this time around. It was looking like DRX was
like
starting
you
to run
need
away
to
with
be high damage this game.
But in this series, I mean, the counting of chickens is illegal, 100% illegal. I don't even know where the tempo vibes are now. I can't even feel it.
It feels very tense. This one feels very tense. It definitely feels like DRX has the edge just with Jiu being so strong. Yukal having his
Your hairline is like dead grass sticking out of a pavement.
Like someone's dying, but it doesn't feel clear cut. DNS have this big engage potential. If Jiu missteps and dies, it's just game over. So far he's been solid, but all it takes is one.
No, I think the Jace is pretty strong.
Over.
DRX have like they have a comp where even if Yunara like their comp is annoying. Jace QE, Mundo cleavers, TF rapid fire and Qs, Karma Qs, Yunara Ws. Like there's so many skill shots flying at DNS. Where I think the DNS need to insta send it.
Actually no, doesn't flash. The flash was going out. Yeah. And if they manage to get that, and Jiu is out of the fight, then they just win, right? That is so much money removed. Like, the entire gold lead is represented in Jiu, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, in terms of damage as well, like, a TF isn't putting out crazy damage. The Jace as well, they nerfed his Shock Blast, and he is a lot about that poke. Like, yes, he can do damage, but the Jace can't really go in easily into a lot of these threats on DNS. So much is on Jiu. Not just the goal, but just the DPS in fights. Andal is walking up again after just losing his flash. A little bit dangerous.
Peter could have maybe just done the same thing again.
I think the rest of the team wasn't quite ready this time around, but yeah, it's a little scary.
Rich just plays a little bit of tennis himself with Dudu here as Willa moves over, delivers him a briefcase.
Ooh.
Okay, that was some DPS.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Ooh.
Maybe we spoke too soon, as he does now have his last Whisper completed. Yoshik
Volume increase, yeah.
takes a briefcase as well, but the doggos eat that one. Willa
Corki going
commanding
collector, third
control
item.
over
Yeah,
the
he
enemy
needs it against
jungle.
Mundo. He's going to collect him.
And DRX going for the suffocation play right now. Twisted Fate in that mid lane will be able to put on pressure. At least Victor is pretty good at clearing out waves. But DRX working on this 4-1, and so far it's looking all right with the amount of jungle that they get to remove as well.
Yeah, but rapid fire for Yukal, very scary.
He
to
went
deal with.
Serpent's
We do see
Fang,
the
actually.
Serpent's Fang coming out
Pivot.
from Dam, so some shield shred into the Karma specifically.
And thankfully for DNS, Gio has gone like the worst 2 parts of the Infinity Edge, and does now have to wait quite a long time to complete that.
It does just mean, though, especially with this build from Dogdam, trading autos with Gio is so hard. And once he gets that damage, it's going to feel terrible. If he autos you and you auto him, when you don't have any crit going, it's going to be really hard to ever be up close to him. So
that's a lot of money.
A little bit scary.
Gio with time to press B and pick up the IE. Deal?
The last one, and it's DRX have complete control in the area, not even letting DNS really get close to set up any vision. Now they're trying to push up mid and get a look in.
Well, now
what the fuck is that TF doing?
And,
he's frying.
Then walks very far away. Rapid fire cannon certainly
Is this
helping
Drake
him
just
here,
gone?
but
Should they go Nash?
Doing some work onto the Twisted Fate, as Gio just going to start.
Oh, they're
going
to have to walk into all these skill shots. Why did Gio start Drake?
Give this one up as Gold Card to try and catch him. He slices forward. Not sure about that one because he doesn't have access to the dice.
QSS or Mikhail's, whatever that was. Oh my god, they got him. What?
Down, and now the DPS is just missing. Willer is going to be the next one to
Wait, they actually got him.
takes him out, and somehow
how?
It worked. DNS.
How did they get him?
Able to pick up Soul Point here. Triple Infernal, and the tempo vibes go
That's
straight
worked.
back to them.
Well, obviously they have to kill the Yunara, but
immediately after this, see the recall from close. I think he's going to TP for mana as well.
Man, that looked insane though. The fact that like Dudu was caught.
What is that position? What? Wait, show it to me again. They're going to try and do Baron. I think they should be able to do it, right?
Yeah, he just went crazy there.
Their Baron damage is okay.
They should have
the problem is they have a lot of poke.
Anyone from DRX can really move
but Jace has... Oh, Jace has flash.
Poke, though. We'll see if they can force him off. A shock blast
is
Peter.
Yeah.
Ow.
He does take a fair bit of damage there as Gold Card comes through on the closer, but it's not really doing damage as Andil taking the Crocodile for a walk. That's always
Peter,
dangerous,
what the
Peter's
fuck?
Dead, but he's just
what?
To buy some space.
Out, everyone out, everyone jump.
Taking down the Baron, and Baron for one, you'll
Closer got the sidestep the blast cone.
As well. You saw how Closer was moving up towards the exit. He was the only one who couldn't get over the wall easily. Everyone else moved to the back of the pit. They could escape with their mobility. So they just had an exit plan. They were like, Peter, you're going to die.
So Gio starts the Drake for some reason.
Crazy though. Dudu.
And then he
dashes forward because he's like, stun card's going to be down. I'm going. Dashes in, gets the Mikhail's. Peter
he needs to flash the Rel W, I guess.
And Dogdam just W's in. Like,
Dogdam flash W'd on top of him on Corki.
You know, we need the Valkyrie damage. They kill him, and then, as we said, the damage is gone. Even though the health bars get quite low from the initial salvo, the damage is just not there to follow up, and they can just push forward and not really be contested. And now that gold lead is really pinned down. They've got 3 dragons. They have the Baron in hand. Gio is still a major threat, but you know if they do that, that's the answer.
Yeah, and Closer.
Oh, okay. Closer has Rabadons now.
This guy actually does
Victor
damage.
is scaling.
Not so much.
And
so
they're on Soul Point.
Yeah. And we just saw that sometimes it is hard for him to stay alive. As Yukal was trying to go back home, and now he's just going to have to gate away.
Okay.
Finally, the Infinity Edge is complete.
Yeah, quick response from Yukal there, just to get out of dodge. Obviously no CC on the Neferi to stop you from doing that. But yeah, Gio got the Infinity Edge, gets him through that bit of a power trough he was in. Dogdam? Oh my god.
What do you mean it's GG, chat? You can't say the game's over.
For DRX is Yukal. He's got a gold card and a dream. He manages to lock down Closer's Gio.
Yeah, this game's over.
Massive damage. As now that Arc of Ruin just slow down Peter. Arcane Storm in the
choke they can't get out. They don't. It's crazy to me that DNS do the exact same thing as what they did last game, where they walk into bot side aggressively with no TP on their top laner and they die. Like, this is exactly what happened in the game where they had Jax, and Jax was here and Gnar was here, and they entered bot super aggressively, and they got TP'd on by the Gnar and died. It's the same play. I would, bro, drill their fucking brains. What is this dog shit?
Something nice about Dogdam. He will get through this replay first. Look at this damage from Jiu. Nearly just one shot closer. They end up immediately on the back foot. They don't have their Renekton here. It's a 5v4. And Dogdam just...
I feel so bad for Dudu. Guys, I have no TP. Let me... For fuck's sakes, you're dead again, piece of shit.
I mean, I appreciate the vibe, the gusto. Yeah.
And the nice thing I was going to say is we've talked about struggles that Dogdam has had with his addiction to collect a 4th item.
Yeah.
And he's beaten it. He has gone a Last Whisper.
Last Whipper?
I love the last whip to last item. Well, it's not even the last item. It's Dogdam!
So he's not going to collect a 4th item. He's going Last Whisper. He's actually going to have some real pen, which is good when you're against this Mundo. But
Gio just traded ult for Valkyrie.
I'm not sure it really matters.
What do you mean the year of Dudu's cancelled? Yeah, because team's trolling him.
Maybe a GA would be a good buy.
Very true. There's nothing to fight for, so just ulting and dashing forward there didn't actually really matter that much.
Dragon 10, and it is sold for DNS. It would be a big soul. They have a lot of burst. LDR finish for Dogdam, big pickup. QSS now for G1, he has both sums. So that last play they made when they CC'd him, he got the kills, he got CC'd again. Might be tricky to pull off. It still needs to be deal with G1. He's doing insane damage right now.
Oh, yeah. With Cyrilda's done here, Rich is also starting to do more. He's also got his Serpent Spang done, so he can cut through some of these shields.
He does do a lot of burst. And over the course
will you
of
be
the fight,
65 years old and still kosher me?
It feels like anyone near G will melt. So
only 2 years away from that, buddy.
And they have no tank, right? It's bruises at best.
Yeah, it is. It's just bruises. And a
rel.
Yeah.
A metal pants lady.
Yo, where the Yogs at? Bring them back. Oh, there they are.
It is Neferi, so a fair bit of mobility.
He's just getting some poke downs.
Just coning around. Never use that as a verb. It's a weird one. It's all right. Dudu on a flank angle as well. Oh my goodness, is he going to do it again? That is the question. Let's see how safe Gio can be as he looks to try and turn it back.
The Mikhails. Dudu, he has GA, right? Does he have GA? He does not. Closer, you can do damage now. I swear to God, you can do damage, guys. You can try and get through this. Mundo. Oh, Dogdam wins those, though. You have W, Piosik? Wait, he's crying! The reset! The GA! They overchased DRX! Oh my God! He has flash. Yo, Piosik the dragon, maybe?
Hola!
Oh, look at the rats! Overchase. I still don't think DRX in that fight had the damage to get to the front line. But I just think they overchased. The problem is Peter sees Jace here and says, fuck it, go Jace instead. He's pretty OP. Send it on Jace now. And then Dudu says, what about Yunar now? Flash W. But then Mikhails from Endil, so now he's stuck there like Shy said, like there's no one following up. The Jace dies. I think if Willer just clicks back here, it's winning, isn't it? And Yukal? They could just click out here and get the Drake. But Willer, even after the flash of the W of Corki,
pushes in.
Holy Piosik. Piosik carrying. Piosik is carrying.
Fight where, you know, the Yunara doesn't have the ult available anymore. Not as strong. Doesn't have the stacked up.
Now they have Infernal Soul, and they have 4 Infernal Drakes. I think their damage is going to be okay.
The only CC that this composition have is that.
Oh my God.
Like the Tether. Or like the Jace E. They're relying on the stun.
Do you see how many dragons are up here? Do you see them?
And with Infernal now, they just have so much damage. Another fight is broken out here as now Rich fighting Peter on the offside as well.
What the fuck is happening with Peter and Jace? Wait, they're still losing. What the fuck are they doing? What is this dog shit? How is Rel 1v1ing Jace?
Yeah, getting a little messy here. A little split up in that fight.
Are we still singing Silver Scrapes, DRX? That's the question. As Piosik, he can do that all day. That's all right. DRX,
look how many dogs he has.
And I am a little bit worried.
Dudu has TP and the TP shield. There's no ult on Victor. Yukal is just there for some reason, and so he's dead. Oh my God. Piosik goes in. He has GA though, he has GA. Oh no, he doesn't have GA. What? He lived though. Do. Doesn't have ult and dies. But then Doctam just kills them. Show me the victor. Oh, the turn by Chiwu. Close. Really close. Really close. Oh, it's pure fry. It's pure fries and ketchup. It's pure fries and ketchup.
Is 9-0-10.
He is 9-0-10, Pyosik. What a legend.
Trying to find the fight, but he can't pull it
What a
off,
legend,
and
Pyosik. That is just a crazy lose by DRX, by the way. This was so free, this
36 minutes,
game.
Infernal Soul in hand. There is 18 seconds on this Twisted Fate. I think DNS have done it. I think this is the 3-1, and DRX, I mean, they were singing Silver Scrapes.
Oh yeah, they were singing Silver Scrapes.
The Nexus, the last one in their LCK
They were singing
Cup
Silver
run
Scrapes behind the scenes, backstage.
Will stand in the way
Oh,
to stop
that's
UCal
awkward.
from
I think the coaches
watching.
knew the game was so free. They outscale, they're ahead, they have control of the game.
To take on DK in the next matchup in the lower bracket, and Pyosik, look at that. Just walking off stage, no fancy celebrations required. Just wants to get to the fist bumps and pick up his POM.
And you know what? We have seen
DK versus
many a
DNS
time
chills.
caster curses, but this is the first time we've seen a coach curse.
True, yeah.
Singing of the Silver Scrapes.
Tomorrow, DK versus DNS chills. Oh yes, bro. These are the games that I live for. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff.
Feels like that sort of
All of this, this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. It doesn't matter. Just let it happen. It's gonna be fucking mental fucking illness, degeneracy.
But if Fury has had some games it's worked, but it always feels like, you know, even if it gets ahead, it's hard to execute in the late game team fights. You see a Fed Yunara on the enemy team, you're betting on the Fed Yunara every single time, and yet Pyosik pulled it off, made you uncomfortable, took him down in those late game fights. What a performance. And
Pyosik, do it dance.
A player who was part of that DM Freaks roster last
W
year,
Bulldog.
where they just did not win games.
W closer.
And now, you know, winning this
Headshot.
match, getting to go
Doctam!
in playoffs. It's
What the fuck did he just do? What did he just
so
do?
much more success than they did last year.
Yep, Doctam not really into the celebration here, as Peter.
3-2.
3-2? I think it was a 3-1. That's all right.
It was
Felt
a
like
3-1.
a 3-2 maybe for Peter here, as they had a little bit of a rough one in some of the engagements, but ultimately it's outcome-focused assessment that we really need to head towards, and DNS 3-1 victory.
All right, chat, I'm gonna
clean.
sneeze it.
He said
I'm gonna
3
sneeze it,
on,
chat.
now
I'm gonna
there's
sneeze it.
2 left.
You know, the reason I'm gonna sneeze it, and you might say fraud pace, is because tomorrow, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, all 4 of those days are gonna be 12-hour streams. The next 4 days, okay? The next 4 days are gonna be 12-hour streams. That's why I'm sneezing it. All right, we're gonna be doing like raids in WoW in between games. We're gonna be opening up 6 Riftbound boxes. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to happen. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Be there or be square. Big kiss. Chat, see you in a little bit. See you in a little bit. Take care, sleep well, stay safe. Shout out to Lurkers, Bitters, Gifted, Chatters, Subbers, Resubbers. Appreciate you all for hanging out. But tomorrow is super pace, by the way. This series, I didn't think it would be that crazy. It was a little crazy, but tomorrow and the next couple of days, it's going to be mental. All right, big kiss. See you guys later. Sorry for the short stream. Bye.